we go. It is a Monday, launching a whole new week of the MJ Morning Show. I got to get the schedule straight. Fester just walking. Fester, is it really too much to ask just to be here before the show actually opens up?
I was here. I was here.
No, you're walking in right as the music is starting.
No.
You're walking. Literally, you're walking in right as the music is starting. It's just distracting for you to walk in as I'm opening the microphones. That's all I'm saying.
I'll come back here during the commercial break if you like.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay,
That'd be fantastic. All right, Fester will walk out and then he'll just come back during the commercial break. It's fantastic. All right, I'm trying to figure out the schedule. I think Fester is here today, and then Froggy is here tomorrow. And then Fester's out for like the rest of the week. So.
Yeah, that's the one. Tomorrow's the one day I'm uncertain of. I think Fester's gone tomorrow, right?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I guess we'll find that in just a bit.
When he walks back in.
It's like every day I just say, hey, can you just be here before the show begins and before I turn on the microphones? And he's like moving microphones. He's plugging in headphones. You know, literally as I open up the microphone.
It's
sorry.
chaos.
It's
just chaos.
Well, just a little distract. I mean, am I wrong? How many times do I have to ask him?
I'm in the same boat.
Well, you got here 30 seconds earlier, so yes. I don't know why you guys can't be here just a little bit earlier. I don't get it. I don't understand this last minute Larry stuff.
It's with Fester.
Or for you, it's last minute Linda.
With Fester, yeah. I think it's a part of his mystique. He's barreling down across the bridge.
Barrel-assing
Howard Franklin.
Right.
And then he comes in here, just coming in hot. Right. I feel like that's part of his entrance.
Coming in hot. Hey, speaking of coming in hot, I didn't know if we were going to actually have a touchdown yesterday.
Right? Hey, guess where I go for my sports news now?
Where do you go for your sports? Oh, here?
Just in general. Yeah, certified MJ Radio. That's where I go. Because you had some insightful things.
What did I have?
Well, the plane news. Airplane news.
Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah,
that was exciting.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll get into it, but the hats.
Yeah, I saw that hat that was on the sidelines yesterday, and I'm like, what the hell is that? I swear, when I first saw, I think I saw Tom Brady wearing the hat first. Is it the new season's baseball hat that the Buccaneers are wearing? And it looks like there was a Clorox accident. It looks like someone spilled a jug of Clorox on the hat.
Yeah, at first I thought it was a tie-dye look they were going for, but your Clorox description is more accurate.
Yeah, all right, all right, folks, if you don't follow my Instagram, my personal Instagram, I would recommend that you do, because you never know what the hell's going to pop up. I had a very active weekend, by the way. Very active weekend on my Instagram, so the show must go on. Even though we shut things down just before 10 o'clock on a Friday, guess what? There's still Saturday and Sunday for crap to happen. And if it does happen, that crap happens on my Instagram. So if you're on the IG dealio, give me a follow. Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. And the last post I had was actually during the game. And I froze the TV screen on my DVR. And it's an image of Brady looking out over the field. And you see Brady from the back. So you see Brady on the back of his jersey. And then you see the back of the red Buccaneers NFL cap that he's wearing. And it's all blotched with white on the back. I'm telling you, it looks like a flippin' Clorox accident. We've all seen that. I was in, for instance, when I was taking Julian up to school the weekend before this past weekend, we were at a hotel. We stayed at a hotel. We stayed at a Courtyard by Marriott in Montvale, New Jersey. That's where we stayed on Saturday night because we flew in on Saturday afternoon. And walking down the hallway, there were several spots where the carpet was ruined. And you could tell the housekeeping department, they spilled freaking bleach. They spilled Clorox or something, and the carpet was just annihilated. This brownish carpet just had giant splotches of white where clearly they had an accident with bleach, and they ruined the carpet. I saw it in several places in front of actual rooms, and that's the same thing. I'm looking at the hat. on my Instagram. If you haven't seen it, go to my Instagram. Go to Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio. And while you're there, give me a follow.
It looks like someone wanted to do a Rorschach ink blot test on that hat with bleach.
Except the Rorschach is black ink.
Okay,
this
is bleach.
This is a white splotch. But that's the look. And I saw another one. I'm like, okay, that wasn't Tom Brady with a laundry accident. That I guess, unless it was very coincidental that someone else had the splotched hat. But it's odd looking. It looks like a bleach accident.
Yes, if it was just his hat, we could assume Giselle was mad and she ruined his hats for the season. I'm going to throw a bunch of bleach in here
because she didn't want him to come back and play.
Yeah,
didn't want him to unretire. All right, so the image is up on my Instagram if you want to see it. It's just a frame capture off my TV set. I'm telling you, it's a flippin' bleach accident.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
You know what I was going to do on IG all weekend, and I just never got around to it?
What at?
But because I flew JetBlue, and you have little things happen on the plane, I was going to do a pseudo MJ travel log and talk about all my adventures.
You have little things happen on the plane. Like, I will hold on to that thought.
Okay.
I'd like to know what happened on the plane. I do need to chastise you on something. I do need to scold you.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, because you had your TSA pat-down situation.
Oh, I told you guys about that. I forgot. Yes.
Yeah, you sent was it a text? Yeah. You sent a group text about your TSA pat-down, and was that at Tampa International?
It was.
And then I snap back at you on something. All right, hold on. We obviously have a lot of crap to deal with today. Buccaneers with a win over the Cowboys 19-3. It took almost the whole game to get an actual Tom Brady touchdown.
But,
it was like all field goals for the whole. All right, so next week we got the schedule. It's going to be New Orleans. Jameis Winston pulled some stolen crab legs out of his hat yesterday for a late win, right?
I think so.
Or I guess it was a field goal there that won the game, right?
Yeah.
With New Orleans.
Yeah,
all
so
right,
that'd be a big divisional game.
All right, so we got New Orleans, which that's not a very good relationship there between the Bucs and New Orleans, and then the Packers. The Packers didn't look very good yesterday. All right, hang on. We're just getting rolling. We'll get Fester out of timeout next. We'll allow him to come back in the studio, unless he went home. Maybe he went home crying. I have no idea. All right, just getting rolling here on a Monday. Welcome. It is the MJ Morning Show, and this is Q105. Pat's got traffic. We're back in a minute.
Well, we had that problem.
here on a Monday as we're launching a whole new week of the...
I am back from timeout. Yes, I am finished serving my morning show purgatory for the first segment of the show, and I am back.
All right, Fester's back in studio.
Hey, did you going into that Billy Ocean song, did you say you wanted jerk chicken?
What? Why was that?
I did.
What are you playing on Billy Ocean's Jamaican roots?
I would be, yes. I'm just
Okay.
thinking,
So I'm in the back production studio, completely avoiding you in contact with any other human, and I hear, I want some jerk chicken. I'm like, oh, man, it's a Billy Ocean song coming up. I know what's happening now.
Yeah, so that was on the intro of Billy Ocean, the song that just ended, coming out of the commercial break. And if you're watching MJTV, you don't get that. So on MJTV, you don't get the commercials when we go into commercial, and then the song right after commercials, you don't get that either. And on the intro of the song, I think I was saying MJ Morning Show, and then I said, simply awesome. And then Billy Ocean said, simply awesome. And then I continued with the theme, and I said, I would like some jerk chicken.
All right, so just to be correct, jerk chicken is Jamaican, right? Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not 100%.
When I think of jerk chicken, I think of Jamaica. Yeah.
And Billy was born in
Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
Oh, son of a bitch. So Billy Ocean is from Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago. When I was a kid, there was some commercial that. Do you remember that?
Yes. Like get on a plane and some tropical vacation.
Yeah, there's like
Trinidad
little island music playing in the background. No, I'm serious.
Yes,
I remember I was a kid and that commercial used to run somewhere, but they were singing Trinidad and Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago. And it just kind of stuck in your head. It's like all day long you're singing Trinidad and Tobago.
They do serve jerk chicken in Trinidad, by the way.
I'm sure they
I
do.
just found it.
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure I can get some curried goat there as well, which the first time I ever had curried goat was on Saint Martin. On the Dutch side of Saint Martin is where I first had my first curried goat, by the way. So I guess I could always go to the Jerk Hut, right, for some jerk chicken.
On Fowler Avenue in Tampa, some of the finest...
They also have one, and is that little hut still around?
That little, kiosk pop-up?
The kiosk in South Tampa on Gandy, right in that parking lot where it used to be like a supermarket, and now it's been empty for years or whatever the hell they do in there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know where it is. I don't know if it's still there. I haven't...
Well, they had a little jerk hut there, and then, of course, is the one still in downtown Tampa?
I don't have a good reason to go on Gandy Boulevard or downtown with any regularity.
Yeah, there's one in downtown Tampa. It was like right next to Sam and Eddie's Pizza.
So years ago, I met Andrew, the owner of the Jerk Hut.
Yeah.
Big fan of the morning show.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember you talking about that. And in fact, I've got a story about the Jerk Hut in downtown Tampa. And it used, I don't know if it's still next to Sam and Eddie's Pizza, but Sam and Eddie's Pizza's down there. And listen, Sam and Eddie's does a New York style slice. The one thing I would say to Sam and Eddie's is, and I'm a pizza aficionado, more salt in the dough. You need to salt your dough a little more, Sam and Eddie's. That's all I would suggest to Sam and Eddie's.
According to the Google, Jerk Hut on Fowler, Jerk Hut in Seminole Heights, kind of near Taco Truck.
Yeah.
Or Taco Bus, and then there's one downtown.
Where's the one downtown?
What's this location right here?
Yeah, it's whatever street. Yeah, it's right.
Jerk Hut Jamaican Express.
A funny story is the one downtown, there was a Jamaican music guy with dreadlocks and everything, and he was doing some kind of it might have been a weekend, I can't remember, but there was a guy performing Jamaican music at the Jerk Hut. This is probably 10 years ago.
And he was singing Billy Ocean songs.
No, I don't remember what he was singing.
Okay.
But I parked on the street, and I was going to grab a slice, and I walk right past the Jerk Hut, and this guy, while he's singing a song, he's like, MJ, what's up, bud? I mean, he stops the song just cold to say hello to me. I'm looking around like, MJ, where's this MJ guy?
So back in the...
I can't remember his name, but he's like, MJ, bud, listen every morning, bud. Love you, bud. MJ, yeah, bud.
He could have just incorporated his greeting into the lyric.
Yeah.
So back in my courting days of my wife, my
great.
bride, before we were even dating, we almost broke. She almost left me.
What did that sound like? It was like, because I'm a scuba diver and sometimes you hear noises underwater. Was it like a?
Yes. Yes.
Was that the?
Yes.
Was that like sort of part of the mating and courting?
Of two whales just.
No, I'm not talking about your wife.
Not talking about me.
I'm talking about you.
I know
yes,
what you're doing. I know what you're doing. So we're maybe third or fourth date, and we're driving down Fowler. Jerk Hut's been there forever.
Yeah.
And, I like dumb jokes, and I say silly things occasionally.
Oh, my God. Let me just stop you for a second. Hey, Mark Zallis, do me a favor. Don't be waiting in the Jerk Hut parking lot at 10:30 this morning with an air check of this saying, hey, man, you want to buy some advertising? MJ Morning Show talking about the Jerk Hut. Yeah,
I would love for the Jerk Hut to be on this
tell you,
show.
Mark Zallis is going to pounce. He's going to be there. He's going to walk in with a cassette tape, even though we haven't used cassette tapes in 22 years. All right, go ahead.
So we're driving by the Jerk Hut.
By the way, Mark Zallis is one of our salespeople who he listens to us cover to cover. And if I mention that I got, I don't know, a paper clip from Jerry's Art Supplies, he's there trying to sell him commercials 20 minutes later. All right, go ahead.
We're driving by the Jerk Hut.
Yeah.
And I just said, oh, the Jerk Hut, look, they named the restaurant after you.
To your wife?
I mean, this is like third date time.
Oh, my.
Wait.
This is,
Oh,
I was
so
just
you
trying to
weren't-
make a joke.
You weren't married yet.
No,
This is
no,
third date, and you called your wife to be on a date a jerk?
We're just driving down. I mean, I don't even think we were at the point where she even knew my middle name.
Why
They were
would-
that new.
Why wouldn't you say they named it after me?
All
Yeah.
good points. All
Yeah.
good points.
They named it after you. You're passing the Jerk Hut, and you say to your date at this point, Allison, really?
And this is what you call courtship?
Yeah, right? And that's exactly where she went with this. I mean, I'm this, chubby guy wearing my jorts and, my black socks and taking her out on a lunch date. And,
Wearing your Fred Flintstone awful-looking sandals.
right? And
Oh, wait, he was barefoot, wasn't he? I think he was always...
so I was like, oh, look at Jerk Hut. They named that place after you. And I think it was just a funny, quick-witted, sharp-witty joke. And
No.
That's not funny.
instant silent treatment. She was bent out of shape for like a week.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
what's wrong?
surprised you got a fourth date out of that deal.
I know.
Oh, my God. But I'll tell you what, some jerk chicken sounds about delicious right now, doesn't it?
It really does.
All right. Hey, I got a great pie. I don't know what it is, but the weekend has brought us what is that thing called? The Bountiful Harvest?
Cornucopia?
Yeah, that thing. The thing that sits on that
Like the wicker horn.
it looks like a giant bugle.
It does.
You know the
A bumpy bugle.
no, I'm talking about
The snack.
I'm talking about the snack.
The snack to bugle.
It looks like the corn chip bugle, that snack chip filled with fruit. A giant bugle filled with. It's also in the back of your Fruit of the Loom underwear. It's the big, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
I don't know,
think
but
so.
seriously, I don't know what's going on here, but the weekend has brought us some serious, idiotic morons in the news. So we will have a bountiful harvest of that garbage next here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, our friends at Camp... All right, who's ready for the early morons in the news, man? I tell you what, there's no way I'm getting through this pile with just one segment, so I might have to sprinkle these throughout the show. You got the MJ Morning Show, MJ and the crew here, minus Froggy. Froggy's back tomorrow, and then Fester, you leave for the rest of the week, and you're not back until next Monday. Is that correct?
Yeah, Monday or Tuesday, depending on how my flight lands. I'm not expected to get back into Tampa until Monday morning at like 12:05. So if there's any issues, I might miss Monday's show.
So you are due to come back at midnight on Monday into Tuesday.
No, other way around.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sunday night into Monday morning. I got you. Yeah,
so the plan is to drive to the radio station and sleep on the couch here and be ready for the morning show.
Really? So you wouldn't even go home? Well, I guess your wife and kids would be sleeping,
they're
right?
Sleeping.
Yeah.
I live 40 minutes the other direction, so no, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, that's going to hurt your back, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. My back's must bother me again. It's bad time.
Early morons in the news. Let's go. Guy here in Florida sentenced for putting laxatives in a 14-year-old's medication. Did you see this? You saw this, right?
I saw it. I sent it to you, yeah.
Up in Bunnell, guy's going to serve time in prison for putting laxatives in a 14-year-old boy's medication. There was a press release from the Flagler County Sheriff's Office, and they started investigating this incident as a potential child abuse case back in 2019. It turns out that this mother of the kid accused Craig Allen Ripple. Sounds like this guy might have been loaded up on some Ripple. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, 57-year-old dude. He was accused of tampering with this woman's teen son's nightly medication capsules and then removing items belonging to the kid and his sister. The guy was apparently acting all weird and hinky and just a strange guy. The mother gave deputies a bottle of the tampered with medication, and they even had some security footage showing Ripple taking things out of one of the kids' bedrooms. So the mother, she tells the cops that there was something not right about the kid's pills while she was administering the 14-year-old his daily, nightly dose of medication, right? So the kid refused to take the medication, saying that it tasted weird and it made him sick.
Good for the kid.
After taking the capsules apart, the mother found small pink pills inside the capsules that were later found out to be little laxative pills that this Ripple dude was putting little pink laxative pills. Listen, I'm not a laxative expert, so I don't know. I'm sure there are people listening that know which laxative is a little pink pill, but the guy was putting little laxative pills inside the capsules. He was taking the capsules apart and lacing them with other drugs.
What a creep.
Yeah, this guy's a pretty creepy dude. So she found these small pink pills inside, and then out of the 28 capsules that were given to the police for them to check out, 11 of the 28 had the laxative pills inside. By the way, this dude, Fester just brought up Dulcolax Pink.
Yeah, I typed in a little pink pill laxative, and this is the one that popped up.
Yeah, it looks like maybe Dulcolax Pink.
Relief in 6 to 12 hours.
Wow.
I have to pick some up for myself.
This is a very bizarre case, and it takes a sick, twisted individual to administer laxatives to a child without his or his mother's knowledge, according to the sheriff in Flagler County. I hope the courts deal harshly with him. This is a wake-up call that this behavior is dangerous and will not be tolerated. The victim was not seriously injured. I mean, after all, it was, a laxative.
Maybe a little dehydrated. That's about it, but still.
We don't know how this guy's related to them, right?
Apparently just living in the house, or maybe the boyfriend of the mama. I don't know.
You know who this guy looks like in his mugshot?
He looks like, John Goodman.
He does, but remember the naughty boy in Home Alone? The naughty cousin, Buzz.
Oh,
He looks like Buzz when Buzz would grow up.
You know, I saw Buzz recently. Did I see Buzz got in trouble?
Yeah, was it a domestic violence?
Yeah.
Something?
Bring that up. You know what? I had that, and I saw that maybe a week or 10 days ago, that Buzz, and I saw a picture of Buzz currently, and you're right. Yeah, that kid got in trouble. Do you have it? Already facing domestic violence charges, the actor who played Buzz in Home Alone is being investigated for rape. Oh, my God.
Ooh.
Published 18 days ago.
I didn't know anything about this.
Actor Devin Rattray is, can you click on no thanks?
Yeah,
Thanks.
Sorry, it'll pop up.
Yeah, pop up there. He's being investigated for rape following a recent domestic violence charge. The Home Alone franchise is one that means a great deal to countless family. What is that little? What am I reading here? What is this?
This is
What kind of fluff piece is
What kind of fluff?
Yeah.
What kind of fluff is this?
It's a fluff piece.
The Home Alone franchise means a lot to families and
Let me see if I can't find one from an actual news source.
God.
Well, you know what's crazy is now that I'm looking at the grown-up Buzz, he's not quite as old as this guy, but he actually does look like him.
All right, here's a real story instead of some fluffy, rape intro.
Some entertainment piece.
Yeah. My God, what's going on here? Close there. Hit the X. All these pop-ups. Authorities in New York City are investigating a rape allegation against actor Devin Rattray, who's best known for his role as the Big Brother in Home Alone. Rattray, who denied the allegations in a phone call with CNN, is currently facing domestic violence charges stemming from an unrelated incident in Oklahoma last December. Involving his then-girlfriend, he has pleaded not guilty in that case and has an upcoming hearing set for October. It was the news of Rattray's arrest in Oklahoma that prompted Lisa Smith to contact prosecutors about a police report that she had filed in 2017 accusing the actor of raping her in New York City. She wanted to know why her case hadn't been pursued. Prosecutors, she said, incorrectly believed that she wanted to remain anonymous and didn't want to press charges. As a result, the case was closed. Wait a minute. So it happened in 2017? He's in the news for domestic violence? That Buzz from Home Alone, and then 5 years later, she comes forward and said, hey, I think I filed a rape case against this dude. That's a long time to wait to say, hey, it's taken an awful long time for someone to get a hold of me from the NYPD. Holy crap, what's up with this guy?
I tell you, even in Home Alone, I could tell just by his character.
Yeah, wasn't he the one that said French babes don't shave their armpits, and he was always being mean to Kevin?
Well, he was being mean to Kevin. I mean, the French babes part I kind of agree with, but yeah.
Anyway, back over to Ripple. Ripple's the guy in Flagler County putting laxatives in the little capsules of the 14-year-old boy in the home in which he was staying with the mother. So this guy admitted to tampering with the medication and was arrested also in April of 2020 on charges of child abuse and child neglect. And he was sentenced to 14 months in Florida State Prison and then 36 months of probation. Now, again, we don't know what the relationship is with the children or the mother with this guy Ripple, but I'm guessing it's boyfriend or
local vagrant,
or I don't know, maybe just rented a room. I don't know, in the double wide or something. I don't know.
Before pot brownies became a thing, I always heard of laxative brownies. You guys ever hear of this?
Yeah, I remember.
Bring them into school or something.
Back in junior high school, I think I first heard about that, and it tended to be, I think, more like urban legend stories.
I think so.
Oh, did you hear about the kid last year that got arrested, brought in a whole bunch of brownies for the teachers, and suddenly, they all had the squirts? No, I before marijuana-laced brownies, you'd hear, when I was in junior high school, the stories were always floating around about kids allegedly tampering with brownies and putting X-Lax, because X-Lax is like, it looks like a chocolate brownie, right? X-Lax looks like a piece of chocolate, right? Or the old style stuff. I don't know. I've never taken X-Lax.
Oh my gosh, from 2018, a Michigan woman fired for bringing laxative-laced brownies to coworkers' farewell party.
Oh, well, look at that.
Yeah, that was a
Yep.
It was an awful party.
Yep, just for schnitz and giggles.
Yeah. What kind of humor do these people have? And it never said in this story why this guy did that.
No, didn't. And then Fester just brought up a story from when? What's the date on this?
2018.
A Michigan engineering company employee has been fired after placing laxatives in brownies intended for a departing colleague's send-off. Oh, isn't that lovely?
Get out of here and go straight to the bathroom.
All right, I got a Largo story. What a shocker. So as the morons in the news roll on here on the MJ Morning Show, Largo's been very active. Last year or so, Largo has really picked up where I think Pinellas Park left off.
Yeah.
You know?
Third year in the row, Largo has won my favorite Pinellas County town.
Never disappoints.
Tons of moron stories making the national news. So out of Largo, we have the details of Damas, that's a dumbass, who was arrested on Friday, and cops say that he deliberately ran over a duck.
I saw that story. I didn't even want to click on it. That's so mean.
I mean, this is terrible.
Was it like one of those Muskogees? Am I saying that right? Muskogee?
I don't know. I'm not an expert on ducks, except for the Peking duck that I get at China Yuan in Armenia.
I'll run over that with my mouth. No, but
nothing like a good crispy Peking duck with the plum sauce. I opt for the pancakes versus the buns, because sometimes Peking duck is served with the puffier bun.
Right.
I always order the flat pancakes like you would get with mushu pork or mushu chicken. I like my crispy Peking duck in that. And you take the pancake and you take a spoonful of the the plum sauce and you spread it on. Then you take some crispy duck, some skin. Then you take some meat, and then you take some scallions and some cucumber slices, and then you wrap it up and you make a little Peking duck burrito.
Oh, it's a perfect bite.
Oh, my God. It's the best.
It's like a Peking duck taco almost?
I'll tell you what, Peter, who owns China Yuan over on Armenia, just north of Waters, oh, my God. They've got some good Peking duck over there. And it still is Peking duck. It's not Beijing duck, okay? It is Peking. So where was it? Oh, so there's
the guy who hit a duck in Largo.
Well, who would do this? I mean, I go out of my way. If I see a bird or an animal on the road, I stop, or I'll even put my arms out. If ducklings are crossing the road and other cars might be passing by, I'll put my arms out.
Like a crossing guard, a duck crossing guard.
Damn right. I got a sash and a little stop sign. I got a little duck stop sign I'm holding up.
I bet you do.
Yeah. So this is awful. An arrest affidavit from the Largo police says that Efren Lopez Perez was driving in a mobile home park. This happened on 142nd Avenue North when he ran over the duck on purpose. What the hell's wrong with this guy? So the duck was instantly sent off. According to the police affidavit, he sped up before hitting the duck with his car. So he intentionally sped up. And then as cops were reading him his rights for animal cruelty, he confessed to hitting the duck.
Poor duck.
So he was charged with cruelty to animals. You know what? You're a son of a... I mean, that's disgusting. Why would someone intentionally run over a duck?
You're a mother ducker.
That's hysterical.
There you go.
Mother ducker.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, tranche one, early chunk, morons in the news. Trust me, there's a ton more. I might need to continue because, man, it just gets even more bizarre from here. Do you hear about the guy at the airport right here locally trying to video a kid underneath the bathroom stall?
Oh, disgusting.
Oh, my God. All right, hold on. And then what about the wedding reception where they nearly beat a guy to death? Do you hear about this? All right, there's crazy crap, folks. All right, hold on, because we got morons coming out the wazoo today, like we're on laxatives. All right, so hold on. We'll get into all of this next on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. 5, MJ and the crew rolling up on 7:02. And yes, I said Florida, and a triple. Any idea, Fester?
Is that a game show?
What do you think it is?
Press your luck?
No. Joker, and the triple. Remember that?
I remember it, but I don't know what game show.
Dude, come on. You remember this?
Kinda. I still don't know what game show, though.
I was a kid. This used to come on. The Joker's Wild. Remember they had that giant like handle you pulled. It was like a giant slot machine handle.
Yeah, it was on the console. Oh, the console there, and you pulled it.
It always looked flimsy. It always looked like it was going to snap off like a pretzel stick. Yeah. But the host, what was his name, Jack Berry or something? He always used to say triple or Joker, and the triple. And, depending how the little wheels spun on this silly little game show. Anyway, Florida, and a triple. What does that mean?
3 Florida stories?
Damn right it is. Oh, my God. All right. We have, and this is a warning, and I guess a lot of college kids use this app. Roxanne, you ever hear of GoPuff?
GoPuff. It's like a delivery thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. So this dude, this story is crazy. Listen to this. GoPuff is a delivery service that a lot of college kids use.
Not for vaping products or for marijuana.
It's usually snacks and food.
Yes.
They'll deliver alcohol if you're of age. This company even delivers ping pong balls and red Solo cups for beer pong. I'm not making it up.
That's pretty cool.
I'm not making it up.
They've got a target market, put it that way. Yeah.
It's called GoPuff. Well, over in Orlando, a guy that was a GoPuff delivery driver is accused of grabbing people through the door, grabbing women through the door as he's making deliveries. And then you're not going to believe where this story leads. So this Orlando delivery dude, he's accused of touching a customer. Now, deputies in Orange County are trying to figure out if he's the same dude that tried to grab a UCF student recently as well. And now the Orlando area police, the sheriff's office, they're wondering, are there other victims out there that have been grabbed by this guy or potentially worse that haven't actually reported it? So this is the story according to UCF student Brianna Trejo, and she says that the guy came forward, reached like this, coming at me, and that's when I quickly swung the door shut and locked it. So she was a student, and she gave her account of what happened to Fox 35 in Orlando, and she said that she was scared as the delivery guy was grabbing her after she answered the door. So she thinks, oh, yay, my GoDaddy. What the hell is this thing called?
GoPuff.
Puff Daddy?
Yeah,
It's Puff Daddy, GoDaddy, Puff this. It's GoPuff. So she's like, she answers the door thinking, hey, my GoPuff delivery's here. Yay, I got some Cheetos and, I don't know, some Diet Coke or whatever.
They have everything. I'm on their website right now.
All right.
The thing is, they mark it up ridiculously, but they have everything.
Well, that's how they survive. That's their business model. I mean, you're not going to just deliver stuff at the regular store price, right?
I guess not.
All right, so this woman says that she was scared because the delivery guy tried to grab her after she answered the door. So she was on the phone with her boyfriend when the GoPuff delivery guy shows up, and the guy grabs her phone. She said she had her phone down by her hip as she was talking to her boyfriend. She answers the door, puts the phone down. He reached over, grabbed her cell phone, and hung up on the call.
What a grabby guy.
And the guy said, I'm trying to talk to you. Hung up on her cell phone. So after it happened, this is the day after this happened to Trejo, cops said that there was another incident close by, and Afner Gustav, 33, accused of touching a woman inappropriately as he was delivering for GoPuff. After the victim shut the door, investigators said he tried texting her to ask if she wanted to talk. No, just deliver my crap and get the hell out of here.
No, maybe we can hang out later. You want to talk? You send me a text back.
GoPuff, of course, is this app. They'll deliver anything. I believe you can get stuff like 24 hours a day. I think like at 4:30 in the morning, if you want some Funyuns, you can get some Funyuns and some, I don't know,
They have everything
some
you can imagine.
some Funyuns and Trulies delivered.
White Claws.
Yeah, White Claw, whatever.
They have it all.
My God. Anyway, listen to this. This guy Gustav, right? This guy Gustav, who got a job delivering mostly to college students, apparently, for this GoPuff. Listen to this. He was arrested previously for 5 felonies, including aggravated assault with a firearm, possession of drugs, and he also had 10 traffic violations. Also, a case involving auto negligence and stalking. So how the hell would GoPuff hire this guy to deliver food to people, primarily college kids?
They didn't do a good screening process with him.
Obviously not. Where the hell was the background check
Yeah.
here? What the hell's going on here?
Okay, what kind of background check does any of these delivery services do, though?
Listen, you got to do a background check. I mean, you would think. I mean, what a liability. What a liability for GoPuff if something even worse would have happened. I'm telling you right now that they're going to be sued. There are some attorneys in Orlando. They're just champing at the bit, waiting for a phone call, wanting to sue for obviously negligent hiring practices. If they would have done a background check on this guy, they would have seen that he had been arrested on 5 previous felonies and aggravated assault with a firearm, possession of drugs. So the guy's driving all over the place delivering stuff, and he's got 10 traffic violations.
You start today. Great. Here's your GoPuff hat.
Listen, I know it's tough to find people to work these days, but still, you probably want to make sure you don't hire a bunch of felons.
Imagine this guy in a nightclub if he's just like so grabby, just delivering food and trying to like grab up on these women. Imagine him out in the clubs.
Instead of GoPuff, it ought to be Grab Puff.
No, this guy in a nightclub would be a hit because he's walking around the club with Doritos.
No, he wouldn't be a hit.
Yeah, walking around with gummy lifesavers.
So,
hey,
GoPuff Daddy, they released a statement saying,
I'm shocked at this information.
The safety of our customers is our top priority. Hey, do we have Puff Daddy saying I'm shocked at this information?
Look, P. Diddy or Puff Daddy?
Andrew, try to find Puff Daddy saying I'm shocked at this information. Let me know when you have it. So GoPuff releases a statement saying the safety of our customers is our top priority. That's the standard boilerplate, release. All of our employees and delivery partners are required to pass a background check. Well, can you tell us what happened here then? We are cooperating with authorities as necessary and can confirm that we have terminated this individual's contract and removed him from the GoPuff platform. Well, good. But how did he get by the screening process in the first place?
There wasn't a screening process.
That's nuts. Anyway, Trejo's parents, Noel and Jackie, or maybe Noel and Jackie, are warning others, unless they're a same-sex couple, are warning others to be on alert. We're just trying to prevent something worse from happening. Well, of course. And if there are any other victims, they want the victims to contact the Orange County Sheriff's Office so they can put together a bigger case against this guy. All right. Florida added triple. So that was Orlando. Now, hey, let's come back here to Pinellas County. And when I say Pinellas County and I say airport, what comes to mind? A delicious slice of
pie.
Exactly.
That's right. P-I-E.
P-I-E.
Okay.
The airport code for the Pinellas Airport, for the St. Pete Clearwater Airport. A guy here, right down the street of the, facing 2 counts of video voyeurism. He allegedly videoed a couple of victims underneath the stall door in one of the airport bathrooms, and one of the individuals that he videoed underneath the stall was an 11-year-old kid. Michael or Michelle, M-I-C-H-E-L, Fernandez Fuentes, 46-year-old employee of a food and beverage company inside the airport at the St. Pete Clearwater International Airport, was arrested on Friday and booked into the county jail. The incidents happened back in June. 2 different victims. They saw a reflection of themselves in a cell phone that was being held under the stall door.
That blatant.
Oh, listen, how non-inconspicuous you try to be when you just reach a cell phone. You know, you've heard of the maniacs and the sicko pervs that put, hidden cameras, in places in bathrooms. This guy's just holding his cell phone under the door.
He really is the worst voyeur in the world.
Detectives determined that Fuentes had allegedly entered the bathroom and used the stall next to the two victims. Yeah, they confronted him. He admitted to using his phone while in the bathroom, but denied videoing anybody. Yeah. Anyway, they got a search warrant for his phone. They found 160 photographs of other people's legs in adjacent stalls. Oh, my God. That is unbelievable. And then Fuentes also allegedly accessed the camera and photo gallery on his phone during times that the two known victims reported seeing the camera. Anyway, he was arrested, and last we saw, he was in the Pinellas County Jail on a $15,000 bond as of Saturday.
I mean, think about it. You're at an airport. Nobody's going to stay there for too long. They're in and they're out. They're on a plane. You never see them again.
What a sicko. All right, hold on. I've got one more because it's Florida, and the triple. All right, one more Florida. This is crazy. Can you imagine you're at a wedding reception, and then two guests try to beat a guy up and almost kill him at a wedding reception?
Well, the almost kill part is crazy.
All right, hold on. Of course, it's a Florida story. We'll get to that. And then, Roxanne, I got to have a chat with you about your travel issues.
Oh, please. Okay.
Now, Roxanne, you had a very invasive pat down at Tampa International.
Yeah, I even asked Doug when I was leaving this morning. I was like, should I talk about that? I said, did I imagine things? He's like, no, it was bad.
You sent us a text. What do you mean, should I talk about it? Well, I was going to talk about it whether you were going to talk about it.
Regardless of your participation.
But I sent you a question, and you said, no, I'm a dumbass or something.
Right.
Something
I remember that.
All right, hold on a minute. We'll make the whole story crystal clear. That and a whole lot more. We got a loaded chunk of the MJ Morning Show next here on Q105. Stand by. MJ Morning Show on Q105. MJ here with Roxanne and Fester. Froggy is out. Froggy's at a trade show in Indianapolis. I guess he travels back. Is it today? Is the trade show today as well? Was it? What is the story on that?
Yeah, the trade show was Saturday and Sunday.
All right, so I think it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday was his setup
day.
I asked him, I was like, hey, send me a picture in front of your dumb booth. And he's like, I'm building it today.
Hey, but also, Froggy, he was telling us behind the scenes that he cut his costs by was it $6,000 or $8,000? He cut his costs because he went from a 16-foot booth down to an 8-foot booth. And then I said, well, are you reducing your presence and your curb appeal at the trade show? Folks, you've been to the convention halls. You've been to one of the Comic Cons or the whatever con or the Pot Con or the Con. That's where they have convicts convention. It's Con.
Con.
What do you think? I think there ought to be a Con. What do you think?
That's a good idea. It's really marketable.
You like Con?
Yeah.
Yeah. All like convicted felons.
Coming to you from Beasley Media Group. Con.
It's the weekend after the home show.
Sponsored by Q105.
It's the weekend after the home invasion show. That's
with guest speakers.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, you have those conventions and you have all the different booths, all the different vendors set up. And Froggy was boasting to us, hey, guys, I'm saving like $6,000 because I cut my booth space in half. Now, Froggy runs the family business. So Kim is Froggy's wife. And Kim's dad ran a really big, successful shelving and fixture business, like warehouse outfits, like big giant pallet racks, and even like you go into a drugstore like a Walgreens, all the shelves and all the wall displays.
I mean, picture a department store with no clothing in there, and every rack Froggy's father-in-law got for him.
Right.
Now Froggy gets for him.
All right, so Froggy now took over that business and then does the MJ Morning Show as like a little side hustle gig. Because trust me, he's not paying the bills with this thing. All right, so
a car payment.
So here's the deal. So Froggy was saying, hey, I've cut my costs in half or whatever it was. I'm saving thousands because he said that he went all digital. So I guess instead of actually setting up displays, he now has all of the fixtures and displays on a video. He's putting up screens. Is that it?
I asked him to send me a picture of his booth because he was telling me how impressive it was. And
he went from a 16-foot booth to an 8-foot booth. And I'm just curious how it went for him. How does he get all his crap there? Does he have to check big giant
that's a good question.
boxes of video monitors and everything? And
you send it up a couple days in advance via freight?
Because I think if you buy a booth, you get the curtain that hangs behind, and they give you a card table. They give you a table. They give you a folding table. That's what you get. All right, you got the MJ Morning Show. So Froggy's back tomorrow, but then Fester, you're out for the rest of the week because you're going to You're going to sell RVs at some big RV show in Hershey, Pennsylvania?
All right. It's not just some RV show. It's not just some run-of-the-mill roadside gravel lot.
Is this like one of the biggest RV shows in America?
There's two big RV shows in America.
Okay.
One of them's here in Tampa.
Yep.
In January.
Gotcha.
And the other one's
That's at the fairgrounds.
Right. At the Florida State Fairgrounds.
Yep.
And the other one.
Do they sell funnel cakes at those?
They have everything.
All right, just check.
It's like the state fair, but instead of rides, it's all RVs.
All RVs.
And then the other large RV show is in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
And to get there, you take the Hershey Highway,
It's the only road in. It's the only road in.
I just checked.
It's the only road in and out.
Checking.
But so
does that show up on your GPS?
Yes.
When you make a right on the Hershey Highway.
Yes.
Go for 6 miles.
Wrong way. Turn around.
All right. So what's the story?
So I'm leaving tomorrow. For the flight's at like 9:30 in the morning.
You're going from Pi, right?
No, we're leaving out of Tampa. We fly Tampa.
I thought you're flying like Allegiant to Hershey, Pennsylvania or something.
Hershey doesn't have an airport.
Oh, they don't?
It's not. They don't have.
You can't land on the Hershey Highway?
They don't have like a Hershey landing strip or anything like that. But I fly into Harrisburg, the capital.
Oh yeah, Harrisburg. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
20 miles away. Yeah. So we fly into.
That's right near 3 Mile Island.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I fly up there tomorrow morning, and I'll be back in the wee hours of Monday morning.
All right. So we'll swap Froggy for Fester. So when are we all back together? We'll all be back together next Monday?
next Monday morning.
If all goes well in your travel.
If my flight goes as planned, I'll be back Monday.
So that's when we'll all be back together. I don't have anything planned. I might take a day off like in mid-October for like some family school day for my kid.
Okay, keep us posted on that.
I will.
I think I'm going to be gone next week at the end of the week.
Like the whole end of the week?
No, just Friday.
Just
Friday.
So you might be gone Friday?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. We'll talk about your travel issues because, you're an amateur. Now, first of all, Roxanne was groped, or that's her claim. But then this, folks,
That's my claim.
Let me tell you right now that this is now expanded into something bigger, and I'll explain in a minute. All right, let me finish up, though, with the third Florida moron in the news story today. And if you go to a wedding reception, would you expect one of the guests to be beaten within an inch of his life?
I'd have to see the guest list.
This is terrible. 2 Florida guys arrested for allegedly beating up a man at a wedding reception. This happened in Volusia County. Officials say that Julian Falkenberg, 21. Now, this happened in Volusia County because if it happened in Hillsborough, he might be taken to the Falkenberg jail.
Right?
Falkenberg and Falkenberg. Spelled a little differently, but it's Falkin. And then Falkenberg is 21. Joel O'Grady's 38. And they allegedly beat up 36-year-old Tyler Kaltenbach. This is father and son. As part of the conditions of the release, they can't have contact with Kaltenberg. They were, I guess they posted a $100,000 bond and a $50,000 bond. The younger posted the $50,000, the older posted the $100,000 bond.
Well, sure, he should know better.
This Kaltenbach guy was allegedly clinging to life on the floor at the wedding venue, according to the 911 call. The Volusia County Sheriff's Office stated that both O'Grady and Falkenberg have extensive violent criminal histories. Yeah, according to the Volusia County Sheriff, Mike Chitwood, wonder if he's related to like Joey Chitwood and the Chitwood, thrill show.
Yeah, some of the family went into law enforcement and the other went into stunt shows.
There you go. Somebody could have ended up with significant brain damage, according to the sheriff. We don't know what the story is, but this Kaltenbach guy is going to have a long road to recovery. The guy needs facial reconstructive surgery. You know when they say, hey, I'm going to rearrange your face?
They really rearranged
They rearranged his face. And we don't know what caused this, but they're at a wedding reception.
I mean, that's
clearly they were friends, the two attackers. And the victim, they all clearly knew the bride and the groom. They're invited to a wedding. They're at the reception. And this guy ends up getting beaten within an inch of his life.
I know that if I were ever to have another wedding, I always want to invite my most dangerous friends. One with a long criminal violent history.
Yeah, can you imagine going to a wedding and thinking, I mean, you're just going to go, have drinks, do some dancing, visit with people? No, you're going to almost die.
I mean, I don't get this. I don't understand it.
So amongst the injuries that Kaltenbach has a broken cheek.
Yep.
I've never heard of a broken cheek. How do
your cheekbone?
Your cheekbone.
I thought you
your jaw.
Oh, I thought
no, hold on. No, no. You got the jaw down low,
right?
And then the cheekbone is so.
Yeah.
Jam your finger.
I know where the cheekbone is.
Jam your finger in your cheek, and then right above the soft part of the side of your mouth is, that's, I guess that's your cheekbone, right?
I just never heard of anybody having a broken cheek. I thought they ripped the flesh off of his face.
But I don't see what precipitated this. I don't know why they attacked this guy at the wedding reception.
He cut in the cake line.
I don't know what, or the donut wall.
Oh, I hate donut walls.
Maybe he was grinding up on somebody on the dance floor that he shouldn't have been.
Oh, that's, hey, speaking of grinding up on people. All right, let's talk about Roxanne. All right, so Roxanne, you sent us a group text.
Yeah.
And this was over the weekend. You sent us a group text.
I think I sent it to
everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
You sent it to all of us. You sent this at Friday at 10:28 a.m.
Now, you left a couple of minutes early on Friday.
You left at 9:30 on Friday. You missed the last segment of the show because you and Dig Dug were flying up to New York for Friday night's Yankees game.
Yes,
because,
Yankees-Rays, actually.
Oh, that's right. And Rays beat the Yankees.
On Friday, they beat them.
But then Rays lost yesterday, right? So they didn't they weren't able to sweep the series. All right, so you went up to New York for the Yankees-Rays game because Derek Jeter was being honored at Yankee Stadium, and your fiance, Dig Dug, is childhood friends with Derek Jeter, and they're attached at the hip, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it was so nice because a year ago, he went to Cooper's. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So then Friday night was Derek Jeter Appreciation Night.
Did they hand out like Derek Jeter bobbleheads?
You know what? They did. They handed out something. I got to look at it. Yes, they did, as a matter of fact.
So
I brought him home for my kids.
You guys, you left the show early to fly up to New York to be in New York for Friday night's Yankees-Rays game because Derek Jeter was being honored.
Yes, and it was so cute because his daughters, like, they stole the show. He was trying to do his speech, or he was doing a speech, and they were, like, kicking up the bass lines and stuff. But what happened when I was leaving Tampa Airport...
Well, can I read your text?
Yeah, you can.
All right, your text, this is Roxanne, sends us this text Friday at 10:28 a.m. Guys, I just got the most egregious pat down in the history of pat downs. Can't even call it a pat down. It was a feel up. Other passengers were staring and commenting. Doug is like, what the F is going on right now? Touched every one of my below belly button body parts. Very strange. Getting on JetBlue, blah, blah, blah. All right, so what happened?
So I do have to say, I was trying to think back this morning. What was so different about that? I travel a lot. And that's never happened to me.
That's why I have a major problem with you, folks. Stand by. I'm about to chastise Roxanne.
Oh, imagine that.
I'm about to give Roxanne the business, and you deserve it. And you know where this is going.
I do.
You know where this is going. All right, so let's get back to your pat down.
So I go through, and what lit up was kind of around my belly button area. And
Are you pierced? Do you have a pierced belly button?
I used to be, but that's not it. So you see what I'm wearing today?
Do you have so much lint in there that it showed up as like C4 bomb making material?
The lint is so dense, it's like Brillo, and it's metal.
No, okay, you see what I'm wearing today? See this tie right here?
Right.
See this tie that's attached to my shirt?
Right.
I had the exact same thing on my dress.
You're wearing the same clothes you wore on Friday?
No,
Is it stained and dirty and smelly?
No, this is a totally new outfit.
Oh, okay.
But I had the same tie that is attached. And so when I got through, that area lit up like a little bit below my belly button slightly where the tie was.
All right, so you were in the body scanner. You were in the
body scanner.
You were in the machine where you got to put your feet on the 2 foot marks,
right,
and then hold your hands in the air, and then the little thing rotates like 90 degrees or something, right?
Yeah.
And then you walk out and they tell you to wait, then they look at the monitor, and then they have like the outline of the body, and if there's anything odd from the body scanner, it like lights up red on the screen on the part of the body.
Exactly.
Right. So Roxanne walks through the X-ray device.
No, it's not an X-ray device. It's a body scanner.
She walks through the body scanner. Below the belly button lights up.
Just a little bit.
They think you're smuggling something.
Okay, maybe so. So when I came out, she said, do you mind if we do this right here? And I was like, no, absolutely not. And everybody has their degree of how comfortable they are.
So this was a female that patted you down, because typically they'll have a female pat you down.
They give a female to a female, yes.
Right.
And I mean, I'm one of those people.
It's Pat.
I'm not bothered by people touching me.
Right.
Some people do not like other people touching them at all. And I kind
of. You don't mind strangers touching you?
I don't.
She actually loves
it. So I kind of make a joke about it. In my head, I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll take a little mini back rub. Like, it doesn't bother me.
I have never touched you. Let me be very clear.
Okay, put that.
I don't think I've ever touched you ever.
I think I forced you to hug me a couple of times.
I don't think I've hugged you.
Yeah, you have. I forced it on you.
You forced a hug on me?
Yeah, I think at your house.
Occasionally, Roxanne's like a force hugger.
All right, I'm not a real huggy person.
No, you're not at all. But I made you.
All right.
And so then
back to Groperama.
Right. So I'm like, okay, no, but in my head I'm always like, oh, a little back rub. I don't mind, I don't mind before I get on the plane, whatever. And so she starts to do the pat down, and I'm not exaggerating. She put her hand in my butt crack. I'm not even exaggerating.
She put her hand in your crack?
Look, see what I'm doing, Fester?
I can't see.
Kind of
Hold on, I can see through the... She put her hand in your crack.
You see that?
So
yeah.
picture Bruce Lee
we got
karate chopping right down the middle of the crack.
Oh man, we got a crack problem here. Roxanne's got a crack issue.
So,
How long you've had a crack problem?
It was it's a new thing for me.
She's had that one for about 30 years.
All right, so maybe a little more.
But no, it went on for such a long time, and people.
How long did she keep her hand in your crack?
I mean, Doug was standing there. He was like a little bit ahead of me and he's like, "Oh my God, what?" He's just rolling his eyes, and then the people that were waiting for their luggage, like this older
Did
couple,
your crack light up on the screen?
No, it didn't. And
So why's she cracking you?
Because that's the part of the body that's lighting up, and they think
I just asked her, did your crack light up? And she said no.
No, but think about the anatomy. If it's below the belly button, that might be like the crack area from the other side. They think maybe she has something hidden or something.
Okay, so then it keeps on going, and then it's like she moves.
Hold on,
to
what
the
do you
front.
mean? So wait a minute, she moves down. So her hand is lingering and is way too long in your butt crack. Then she moves to your front.
Yeah, at all in my butt crack is not the place to be.
No,
in my opinion.
All right.
Even if it's for 2 seconds. So then we go to the front, and so she grabs my dress. Now this is the one thing that I have to say.
Right.
I've always traveled wearing pants, like tight-fitting jeans, usually. So I never wear a skirt to travel. But you remember the dress I had on Friday? And it was, so she kind of like.
I took a picture of it. I told Michelle, you got to get this
We
dress that
all
Roxanne.
remember Roxanne.
No,
yeah.
Fester and I sit next to each other and we comment on each other's clothes. So that was a question for
I don't even know what you're wearing now, let alone Friday.
Okay, so she grabs my skirt like this. Fester, you see, how would you describe that? Like she tapers it together in the middle.
So her hands are touching from either end, like she's making like the loop.
See, like this.
Oh man,
like she's tightening my dress, and then feels everything here.
Are you serious? She was all up and through your crotch?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, so my only thought is, and I'm not trying to say that, I know TSA employees have a very, very important job to do. But when you have the rest of people in line rolling their eyes and going, what is going on?
Yeah.
Then there's probably an indication that, and I even asked Doug this morning, I go, were we overreacting? And he goes, no, she took advantage, period. And
are you going to file a complaint?
No, I'm not going to do that. But
you're kind of filing a complaint right now on the show.
I am. So, but I wondered to myself, was it because I was wearing a skirt? And so they had to like make sure I didn't have anything, when I always wear jeans, that doesn't happen. So was it because I was wearing a skirt that they do it that way?
I don't think so. Something lit up in your crotch. something
MJ,
illuminated.
Look, MJ, they thought she was like a metal drug mule or something. They were trying to check that region out for.
They might have thought that you were like a courier or something.
Yeah.
Like she was really
You're
hiding
a drug
something.
mule.
Right. I mean, I look like that's what I would be doing. Yeah.
Wow.
You never know. You never know.
The drug mule that I would hire. Yes.
All right, now here's the other issue. Why are you travel a lot? Why are you such an amateur? What is wrong with you? So, Fester, what do you think I immediately said to Roxanne? And I think it's on I think it's on the text string.
Yeah.
I think it is on the
yeah, it is.
I wrote, did you set off the alarm? And Roxanne texts back. She said that cloth tie part of my dress is why it was showing red on the screen, blah, blah, blah. And then I texted to Roxanne.
As I saw the little bubbles that you were typing.
Right.
And I'm like, watch MJ say something about TSA pre-check.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next text that pops up, why the hell aren't you TSA pre-check?
That's exactly what I texted. I texted to Roxanne, why the hell are you not TSA pre-check? With the amount of traveling that you do, why the hell have you not signed up for TSA pre-check?
We always have this conversation, and we're like, by the time we do it and get our application in and do all of that,
right,
there's going to be some other thing that you need to be.
There's
what
like
are you
clear,
talking? No,
like
Clear is
be saturated.
Clear is a private company. I have Clear also because I get it for free with my American Express card. So the whole family has Clear. And like Tampa Airport, we don't have Clear at Tampa International. I don't know why, but we don't have Clear. But I've had TSA pre-check since the program started. Since its inception, I've had pre-check. with the amount of traveling, how long are you going to delay this?
I don't
First
know.
of all, if you would have had TSA pre-check, that wouldn't have happened because you would have walked through the magnetometer. You don't go, when you're pre-check, you don't go through the full body scanner.
Oh, really?
Yes. Hello.
Okay,
You ever see people go inside the booth like you did, but then
Yeah.
other people get to walk around to the other device?
What's the other device?
That's that's the metal detector.
That's what they've always had.
That's the
Oh,
magnetometer.
I don't even like going in that booth. I want the magnetometer.
Well, duh.
Okay.
You got to get pre-check. Stop diddling. Get pre-check.
I'm gonna do it
It's
today.
like $80 for 5 years. You just go
Oh.
online, and you know what? I almost don't want to. I don't want to sell this too hard because there's like never anyone in line at pre-check at Tampa International. I don't want to send like a flood of people.
Yeah.
But Roxanne, if you would have had TSA pre-check, first of all, you don't take your shoes off. You don't take your belt off. Well, unless it sets off the metal detector. You don't have to take your laptop and iPads out. You get to leave them in your bags. It's just a whole easier process, and you get to walk through the regular metal detector instead of, holding your hands in the air while the full body scanner does a voot, voot on you.
Okay.
And then because of that's why your whole crotch got all cracked up and patted down.
Right. And I'm actually getting a little chastised, but more in a nicer way by the texters who someone said, I just got TSA pre-check. It took 3 days to get the traveler number. That's it.
It's a known traveler number. You get a KTN, a known traveler number, and then you enter it whenever you make a reservation. You add your known traveler number, and if you fly an airline quite a bit, it'll stay in your file. Like with all my airlines that I book with, all my information's there. So my known traveler number, my TSA pre-check number, it's all there. And then as soon as you get your boarding pass, it says pre-check, and then you go to the pre-check line. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we've gone to Tampa International, and I'm seeing just the huge line snaked all over the place.
And you're laughing.
And there's nobody in the pre-check line, and we're walking right through. Hang on a minute. We got a former TSA guy on line one. Oh, former TSA woman. It's Michelle on line one. Hey, Michelle, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Doing well. What's up?
Well, MJ, first of all, you're 100% correct. You might as well work for TSA.
All right, hold on. Tell me why.
Because everything you said was 100% true.
All right, what did I just reiterate? What did I say that was true?
The TSA pre-check, it would be so much faster. You could sell pre-check.
I just did.
Yeah.
But
could.
you know what, Michelle? I almost don't want to sell it because I love going to Tampa International, and pre-check is always like a breeze to get right through. No one's in line.
That's a fact.
All
A
right.
lot of business people use it, but not a lot of families.
I don't
But
get it.
in regards to the skirt,
Yeah.
if you did not wear a skirt, 100% you would not have alerted the machine.
Oh.
It's the extra fabric on the skirt. And the only way to check it, I mean, think about it. The only way to check it is a little invasive. They're supposed to have you put one leg forward and check it that way. Why they went all the way up, I do not know. That's a little invasive. They're not supposed to go all the way up.
All right. How long was her hand in your butt crack?
I mean, it was one of those things that was so shocking. It probably felt longer than it was, but I was like, oh, what's happening right now? Oh my goodness. But it continued on the front side, like pat everywhere. And it was a long, it was like, how long is this going to go on? Because it wasn't like, I didn't even get my arms checked.
Did you feel like it was a date?
I mean, did she offer to buy you a drink? Did she have a cigarette? I mean, was it
Sorry.
a little time?
She should have bought you a drink first.
Yeah. So when are you coming back to town, Toots?
So Michelle, how long were you a TSA agent?
I worked for TSA for 15 years. I started out in Newark, New Jersey, and ended up in Tampa. And then I retired.
Wow. And how long have you been retired?
About 5 years.
And you were at Tampa International?
Yes, I was.
I wonder if I ever saw you at TSA at Tampa International.
You've come through JetBlue a few times.
I say, hold on, you saw me there?
Yes.
I
You, your
absolutely,
wife, your kids.
yeah.
You came through to go to New York all the time.
Yeah, you know what? Wow, that's incredible. All right, so Michelle, sometimes the agents say hi to me. They'll say like, "Hey Todd, hey MJ." So sometimes TSA will say hello. Other times they're looking at you, and I know they recognize me, but they don't say anything. So Michelle, you never said anything?
We're not supposed to.
Ah.
We're not supposed
Oh.
to treat you like we're nobody.
So,
Gotcha.
I mean,
Michelle.
I've met Robert De Niro and had to treat him like,
Yeah.
Did you pat down his crotch?
no, but I've had it patted down.
Say it again.
That's when you call a guy over and you say, hey, we need a male screener over here.
Yeah.
Hold on. Robert De Niro was patted down?
Yes, of course.
Which airport? At Newark?
Newark, New Jersey, in Terminal A, A1.
Wow, that's great. Hey, Michelle, thanks for calling in. I really appreciate you listening.
Oh, of course. Bye, guys. Have a good one.
You too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I never really thought of it, but TSA agents eventually get to meet all the celebrities coming through the airport.
You know what's amazing is I know we're not getting enough credit for the show, but I know, when we get calls from people, when we're talking about something and I don't even ask for phone calls, and the number of people that call up, like, Michelle at TSA just calls up with a story like that,
Essentially defending the TSA agent that they did the job the right way.
Hey, Jesus, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ, I just want to know, along with the TSA pre-check, do you have the global or the Century card?
I do not have global entry. So the two programs you can get from the government are global entry if you do a lot of international traveling, but I've never gotten it, and I'll tell you why. So I do not have global entry. I have the TSA pre-check, and I also, when I travel internationally, I use mobile passport. Now, that just, first of the year changed over. There was like a private company administering that for the government. Now, Customs and Border Protection, they took it over, so you have to get a new app. But, hopefully when you come back into the country, the mobile passport is working at your point of entry, or at your port of entry or your point of entry. But a lot of times, go to your app store and get the Customs and Border Protection mobile passport, and you put in your passport information, you put in all the travelers, like the whole family, whoever you're traveling with, and then the minute you land, you hit enter, and you've got 4 hours once you enter. So I do it the minute we touch down at whatever, whether it's Atlanta, Newark, JFK, or whatever. Coming back from Egypt in New York back in March, and then coming back from Doha, Qatar, back in June, I used the mobile passport, and I was through faster than the people standing at the global entry kiosks. So that's what I recommend. And by the way, right now, apparently global entry is so backed up. It's like a 12-month or 18-month wait. It's insane that they're telling you to get TSA pre-check and not global entry right now.
It took me about 2 weeks to get my global card.
Yeah, but when was that? How long ago was that?
This was about, I want to say, 2 months ago.
Well, now they're saying it's a ridiculous wait to get global entry.
I got it because I travel to Mexico a lot. And, man, the lines from Mexico to the United States, about 2 to 4 hour wait to cross back into the United States.
Got you loud and clear, buddy. Thanks, Jesus. Have a great day.
Hey, you too.
Bye-bye. All right, so Roxanne, would you just go sign up for it's $80, I think, for like 5 years.
Yes, we have an equal amount of texters saying for you to be quiet. Shh.
Yeah, let Roxanne get grown.
No, because they don't want.
Yeah, people don't want me. People don't want me getting too many people to sign up for TSA pre-check and clog up the Tampa International Airport. All right, I'll shut up about it right now. So, all right, Roxanne, there's something else I want to talk to you about, and I'll do that in a few minutes. It's actually something I teased, but I'm going to be a few minutes late on it. You had mentioned to me recently about having the talk with your kids.
Oh.
And
I mentioned it in the capacity of when do you?
Right. Well, not when your daughter's 5.
I understand that.
All right, hold on.
I understand
We'll
that.
get into that in just a second. A couple of other things that I want to discuss. I witnessed road rage, but it was a special kind of road rage. I'll get to that here in a second. First, though, have you guys, either of you at night, have you experienced, it's usually like big SUVs or pickup trucks. Have you seen the elongated bar of blinding LEDs that trucks are now putting like on their bumpers?
Yeah, I've seen them around. Yeah, bright, ridiculously bright, almost like bush lights.
Right, but they're like aimed right at you. It's not like they're aimed down on the ground. I'm guessing they're probably supposed to be aimed down, but is that legal? The trucks that you see now, and folks, bright white light, elongated like a long line of light. And these are LEDs. These are bright LEDs that I'm seeing more and more, a lot of times on pickup trucks. So you got the regular headlights on the left and the right of the vehicle, and then right in the center, people are putting these long, maybe 2 foot long bars of bright white blinding LEDs that are just shining in your face.
I think they're meant to be in that direction because they're meant to be used off-road or in a field, but they're used on the highway.
But that's my question. Is that legal or is that illegal? Because more and more, I've got these trucks coming at me, and it's like, my God, I mean, how bright, and why are these aimed right at my face? If anyone knows, I want to ask for a couple of calls here, because I had an incident over the weekend. I mean, it was bizarre on Friday night. It was dark. I'm driving, and I've got this blast of light coming at me, but it's happening more and more. I'm seeing more and more cars on the road or trucks. It's usually pickup trucks with these bright and folks, now that I mentioned it to you, if you haven't noticed it in the past, you will notice it now. Look for trucks where they have a long line, like a long
LED light bar,
almost like rectangular, and it's mounted on the front grille or right on the bumper, and it's aimed right at you. And I want to know if it's legal or illegal. If we have any law enforcement that's listening right now, if you are law enforcement, whether you're on duty or off duty, if you want to remain anonymous, that's fine. You don't have to say your name. You don't have to say your agency. What is the story with these LED grill-mounted lights? And Fester just found one from some website called Rough Country.
Yeah, buddy.
Behind the grill, 30-inch chrome single row, and it's made for the Chevy and GMC 1500. Listen. What's the story here? Because I'm telling you, and some of these are so bright, you start getting the blue spots in your eyes. All right, 800-990-1047. Fire up the phones. And if anyone has had any of these LED truck lights blind you as well, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. I'd love to hear from law enforcement. Are these legal or illegal? Are these illegal accessory lights on a vehicle? Or just give me some insight. 800-990-1047. Yeah, Rux.
We're getting some illegal texts that they are illegal and that if you look on the box, it says illegal for on-road use.
So they're for off-road use only, really. But people, I don't know if they think, oh, man, I'm going to look all cool with my big, bright LEDs. Let me grab line 7 here. Hi, good morning. Professor, can you bring up the box, please?
There we go.
Let me grab Don in St. Pete. Hey, Don, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how you doing, y'all? I listen to y'all all the time. I'm a truck driver. I have a son-in-law that's a cop, and he said that it's legal, but it's not legal, but they just don't pull him over for it.
Hold on. It's legal, but it's not legal. So I don't understand what that means.
You could have them on. You're not supposed to, but they're not going to pull you over for it.
Well, I guess it would probably depend on, but I wonder about the statute. So, all right. Hey, Don, thanks for the call. Let me grab, is it Trenton? Trenton is in, not Trenton. Trenton's in St. Pete. Trenton, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. First-time caller, long-time listener.
Thank you, Trenton.
Hey, so, these not only the trucks, but it's those cars that have the halogen lights that will go behind you. You'll be driving down the road, and it almost does seem illegal. That it's just like I feel like they have their high beams on, but no, it's just their regular headlights.
Yeah, I don't know which headlights you're referring to. I know that some of the actual cars that are manufactured with certain, like some of the LED lights now. In some cars, they're amazingly bright and they really light up the road.
Ridiculously bright.
Yeah, but those would be DOT approved and those would be legal.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. Well, but you're saying that some of those lights bother you. Yeah, for me, it's these light bars that are like on the front of these trucks now.
It's an accessory. It's an aftermarket accessory you get and you put on your truck.
It is. All right, let me grab Anonymous is calling from Lutz, former law enforcement. Hey, Anonymous, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
How you doing this morning, MJ?
Doing well. All right, so what's the story with these things?
They're not legal, but they have to be illuminated whenever law enforcement's around, so they can be on the truck, but we have to see them illuminated. The interesting thing is my daughter, who's 24, just had a similar incident to what I think you're talking about, where she got ran off the road Friday night with a truck that had them on, I don't know, probably midnight, and she said she had to hit the ditch. She came home crying.
Because what, they were so bright in her face, she couldn't see?
She said that she couldn't see anything. She said that he lit me up, and he was oncoming on a 2-lane road, and I had to go into the ditch.
Yeah, see, I've had a similar experience. I haven't had to drive off the road, but I've had some of those LEDs on the front of these pickup trucks so bright that I'm telling you, I saw blue spots.
Yeah, she was very disturbed, and she said, "What can you do, Dad?" And I said, "Well, there's nothing I can do unless I was right there." So it's hard to get a vehicle description or any.
Yeah. All right. So you're telling me that if an officer is traveling in one direction and one of these trucks is coming at him in the other direction at night and sees the LEDs illuminated on the road, that most officers would hang a UE and light them up?
Well, I would hope so, because it's not legal. I certainly would. I mean, it's the same thing as if somebody continues to drive around with their bright lights on. They can't do that either. It's just hopefully that law enforcement will do their job, and sometimes that's not always a given.
Hey, Anonymous, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. Let me grab one more call on this. Frank's in Tampa. Frank, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
How you doing?
Doing well. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, I just wanted to say, because they are illegal, because my cousin has them on his Dodge F-1500, and he got a ticket for his.
All right, so your cousin was pulled over for having the LEDs on the front of his Dodge Ram.
Yes.
How much was the ticket, do you know?
I guess he told me it was like $150, I think.
Yeah, sounds about right. And did he leave the lights on the truck, or did he take them off?
He still has them on there.
All right, now where was he pulled over? What city, what county?
He was in Tampa.
All right, so did TPD pull him over, or did Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office pull him over?
Temple Terrace Police, I think it was.
Oh, Temple Terrace, gotcha. All right. Hey, thank you, Frank. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, I mean, they're illegal. It's against, I'm sure, Florida law. I'm sure it's a statute for an illegal light accessory item or whatever. But more and more, I'm just having these things in my face. And I think that, it's kind of like the folks that run around with fog lights on. You don't need them.
Oh, I love having my fog lights on. Those big yellow lights at the bottom of the Lincoln.
You don't have fog.
Doesn't do anything.
You don't have fog lights on your Lincoln.
Looks badass.
All right, you want to hear a road rage? Speaking of vehicles, and then we'll get into the sex talk question here in a minute. I witnessed road rage, but I witnessed a very special kind of road rage. Yes or no? Would you expect a really nasty case of road rage from an individual that has the Jesus fish on the back of their trunk?
No, I would profile that they would not be the road rager.
All right.
WWJD on that situation.
All right. Well, all right. This is yesterday. And I'm coming back from Restaurant Depot because I made some vanilla ice cream yesterday. So I went to a Restaurant Depot to get some James River heavy cream. I like their 36% cream over there. So I'm coming back from Restaurant Depot on 50th. And I'm getting on the 50th Street exit to get back onto I-4 to head back toward Malfunction Junction to get back to South Tampa. And when you're getting on the interstate, you're at a red light, and I don't know what is it Columbus over there? Whatever the road is. You're crossing over a road, and you get onto the on-ramp, and it's like a left exit. You get on the left side of I-4 over at 50th Street when you're going westbound on I-4. And you're at a traffic light. There are 2 lanes, and then it narrows down. When you go up the ramp, it narrows down to 1 lane. So I'm 2 cars back but I can see the two cars up front. The light turns green, and these two cars, one was a, what is the Buick SUV? Is it a
Encore?
It might have been an Encore. So it's the newer like Buick SUV. And the other one, look, it was a white Camry. And the white Camry had the Jesus fish.
Okay.
Both cars, when the light turned green, decide to zoom up the ramp because I guess each one wanted to be first up the ramp to get onto I-4. Well, the cars power-wise seem to be matched pretty well. They're right next to each other. And it's like, which one's going to give? It's like, which one is going to give way to the other one? And it was down to the very end where it really narrows down. And the Camry slammed on the brakes and the Buick got on first. And then you have traffic that gets backed up, around there. The Camry then speeds up, and I'm watching this. And I'm just, a couple of car lengths back. And the Camry then swerves in front of the Buick SUV. Bump, 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 bump. Hey, give me the Buick music, will you please? Give me the Buick car music, Andrew. So the white Camry swerves in front of the dark-colored Buick SUV, and I mean, literally caused the Buick to nosedive because they had to hit the brakes to avoid hitting the Camry. And then we get to the backup portion. And you know what happens when you're getting towards Malfunction Junction? You're on I-4, and here we go.
Watch this. Of course your Buick parks itself. That's so you. It's just
Oh, wait a second. I got Fester and Andrew are playing it.
All right, he has the music. I have the commercial.
Yeah, you had the commercial. I'm like, I had both pots up here. All right. Yeah, that's coming from Fester's computer. All right, so yeah, this is the Buick music. Was this a real song that like Buick just co-opted?
It's catchy.
It's the Buick music. All right, so the Camry swerves in front of the Buick. The Buick locks up the brakes because it was about to smash into the Camry. Then the traffic backs up, and you've got all the brake lights as cars are. All that work over there, and they still can't get a smooth transition from I-4 to 275.
Nope.
It's a mess. And usually on the weekends, it's the worst. I'm not there on rush hour on Monday through Friday, obviously, so I don't know. But weekends, when I take that, it's a lot of time. And there's a trick there as well. I'll tell you about. Maybe I shouldn't tell my trick.
Don't save the trick.
Don't tell the trick?
No.
There's a trick to get through there 5 times as fast. But so then, wait a minute. It goes from the white Camry with the Jesus fish swerving in front of the Buick. Then it goes to the guy rolls down the window and is hanging out and cursing and screaming. And I couldn't hear, but I could see what clearly were S-bombs and F-bombs. And the guy's hanging out of the Camry now, and then I see the middle fingers go up. I see the very aggressive, like, arm pumps and the middle fingers all over. I'm doing, by the way, I'm doing it on MJTV right now. And, get the aggressive. But the guy's got a Jesus fish on the car. Now, that got me thinking.
Right.
I mean, how many cars with the Jesus fish on the back are involved in road rage incidents? And you think that is somebody who's just borrowing that car, or is that the owner of the car that put the Jesus fish on? Or are we dealing with a really nasty road rager that is not the Jesus fish owner on that car?
Maybe.
That's what I'm wondering.
Maybe instead of the middle finger, he was just using his middle finger to point up to God, saying,
yes.
I'm going to pray for you.
That could be it. Yeah,
I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to talk to the big guy himself for you and your soul and your crappy driving.
I don't think so.
Maybe.
Or he's just going to confess his road rage every Sunday.
I don't think so. But
isn't like the 11th commandment, like thou shalt not drive like a jackass?
I saw Jesus fish road rage, and it was a pretty bad incident. It's one of the more aggressive ones I've seen in a while. So you don't think I should get my little trick away?
I mean, if you want to, you gave away your TSA pre-check.
Well, listen, this is no big deal. It's not going to affect me if I'm on I-4 next Saturday or Sunday.
So you're talking about coming I-4 eastbound when 275?
No. I-4 westbound. Eastbound is toward Orlando.
Okay, coming back into Tampa.
Westbound into Tampa. I'm sorry.
Dude, westbound toward Malfunction Junction.
Okay.
Westbound heading to 275.
Okay.
Right. I-4 ends at Malfunction Junction.
Yes.
Okay? You can either go north on 275 or you can go south on 275. Or don't they have that one exit? Isn't there like a downtown exit right in there as well?
There's the middle lane that takes you into downtown.
That's the trick. So while the two left lanes are all jammed up getting into Malfunction Junction, you stay all the way right. You stay all the way right as if you're going to take 275 northbound when you want to go southbound toward downtown. You stay all the way right. And then you start moving over toward that middle exit that takes you to the downtown. What is that called? There's a downtown exit.
Is it Ashley and
I don't know what it's labeled, but it's like
Tampa?
I can't remember what it is. But you don't stay in the left two lanes as you're headed into Malfunction Junction. Those are the two lanes that are dedicated that then make the turn on the ramp onto 275. Now, you stay all the way right, and I bypassed a mile's worth of traffic, going almost the speed limit on the right, and then as you get right before Malfunction Junction, then you make the move over.
You cut everybody off.
But hang on a sec. But there's plenty of room. You find the right spot, and I had like 12 car lengths. You had somebody that was dawdling, and I just moved right in, nothing aggressive, blinker on. I was completely legal.
Hey, this is the dumbest tip ever. You're essentially saying drive like a total jerk.
I wasn't driving like a jerk. That's my trick at Malfunction Junction.
It's hit or miss. You're completely dependent on the other guy dawdling.
I've never... Dude, you can use a half mile to cut in.
You're a merge sniper.
I'm not a merge sniper.
You're trying to snipe in.
No, I'm not a merge sniper.
That's the dumbest trick ever.
It works every time, and you're not cutting anyone off. You look for the right amount of car space in between cars, and you turn signal, and you get right in lawfully and legally, and it works every time. For instance, I got in front of a tractor trailer that had... It must have been 10 car lengths between the tractor trailer and the car in front, and I could have pulled 10 cars in that space.
If the tractor trailer was not there.
And I saved myself 10 minutes. I saved myself like 10 minutes of sitting in that far left traffic going to Malfunction Junction.
Hold on. You said you had a tip or you had a shortcut. You have a trick to scam all the other drivers is what you have.
It's not a scam. I'm utilizing the regular road, and I'm safely merging with the turn signal. I'm not jamming in and cutting somebody off and almost shaving off the front of their bumper.
Okay.
I'm utilizing plenty of space to get in. Don't call me a lane sniper.
You are a lane sniper.
Don't call me a merge sniper.
You say merge sniper, Fester. I say that he's a proactive, maximizing the flow of traffic guy.
No.
Yes.
I agree with Roxanne.
Because you know what? It comes down to the dawdlers.
I agree with the dummy that travels a whole lot and doesn't have TSA pre-check.
If there wasn't that semi-truck there with that ridiculously large opening, you would have gotten to a point where, oh crap, I got to make an aggressive move in front of a driver who's not expected.
Aggressive. I don't do aggressive.
Time, but
I've never done an aggressive move.
It's going to catch up with. It's going to catch up with you.
It's not going to. You've got.
Both of you are the crappiest drivers ever.
No, it's
Look
proactive.
at you guys.
It's keeping the dawdlers so a dawdler can be a dawdler because nobody wants a dawdler on the road.
God, how many more times can we say dawdler?
A lot of times you merge in because the person, they're all jammed up in traffic and they're on their cell phone. So they're not watching, and there's plenty of space to cut in.
Yes.
And I just saved a ton of time.
Okay, that's the same people who, coming southbound on 275, cut off to the Orlando exit on I-4 at the last second when traffic's backed up for 2 miles coming southbound on 275. Every angle on Malfunction Junction, there's a group of people who are jackasses who try to cut off the last second, and you're in that group.
No, I'm not. By the way, the one you're describing, 275 north heading to I-4 east, that's a little more dangerous than this other one.
Every angle is dangerous.
No.
Man, I thought you had a legit trick where you get off at an exit and you scoot through downtown and you pick it back up on the other side.
This is a legit trick that works, and it's safe.
It's not a legit safe trick.
It is. All right, let me go to phones.
Oh my God.
Hang on.
It's not legit.
Apparently,
it's legit. Okay, it's a trick, but it's not legit. Can you at least acknowledge that?
Apparently, the merge sniper lines have opened up.
Yeah, seriously, man. That's an awful thing to do.
Tom's on I-75, I guess. Hey, Tom, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning.
Morning.
You know, what you're talking about, you see this every day where people are going in that far right-hand lane. The problem is they get all the way up to the exit, and then all of a sudden they brake to the left. And it's causing more problems than anything else. They'll end up in the gore strips or whatever and sit there and actually run on the far right-hand side shoulder looking for an entrance.
I never do that. I look and I'm not greedy. So I typically start looking a half mile before you have to commit, before you get to the strips or whatever you call them. I look starting about a half mile before for the right time to get in a courteous fashion with plenty of space and not cutting anybody off. So Tom, there are
a lot of people who don't do that. They just run up there and they'll wait till the last second and make that sudden cut, and then that's causing more problems than anything else because everybody's slamming on their brakes to let them in.
I'm just saying that I don't cause any brake slammage. And, Tom, thanks for the call. I find plenty of space to get in like I did yesterday after the Jesus Fish road rage incident.
You are the worst person on the interstate doing
no,
that,
I'm
man.
not.
You are.
Yes.
The text lines are blowing up.
Everybody
and this
hates
is the
you
most
now.
polarizing thing. No, either they love you and they are you, or they hate you. And I'm saying, can't we just all get along and see the beauty in the
There's no beauty. MJ's trying to push an illegitimate trick.
It's not illegitimate.
It's
I'm
wrong.
I'm in a regular lane, and I get over to a regular lane without riding on shoulders. I'm not going over when you get that triangle when you're off the lane and it splits.
Only because you cut off a semi-truck.
No. Dude,
and those drivers don't need that aggravation.
He was rolling at he was rolling at an idle in traffic, and there were 10 car lengths in front of him. I didn't cut anyone off.
Yeah, because he's expecting you to cut him off.
So Roxanne, you're laughing. The text lines are exploding.
It's just that people are so passionate about this. It's like, I strongly dislike people like that.
I strongly dislike people.
Folks, you can always call us. Look, the phones are loaded here. You can call us. Fester called me a merge sniper.
You are.
All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. You can always call us or you can text us. 800-990-1047. Let me grab Brian in Tampa. Hey, Brian, MJ Morning Show, you're on.
Hey, MJ. Glad to hear from you guys. I'm a road ranger out of Tampa.
Yep.
And while what you may do usually isn't all that bad, the problem is that there's all the impatient drivers on the roadway that will jump in front of cars, causing them to slam on their brakes, which actually causes more of a congestion. And then a lot more people behind will try and get ahead of all of that and cause more problems.
Right. Now, listen, now, Brian the Road Ranger, are you a current Road Ranger?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you drive the big truck or do you drive the pickup truck?
I drive the tow truck.
Okay. All right. So what I do when I do my merge, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, I start looking about a half mile early to find the proper way to get in with plenty of space where I'm not causing anyone to jam on their brakes.
But it's complete luck. It's complete luck.
Okay.
Because if there's no opening.
What would happen if there wasn't an opening?
Well, then I get off at the downtown exit.
So
if it was unsafe to get over, but that's never happened.
No harm, no foul.
Because people are all slowed down because they're afraid of that curve. Oh, I'm scared. It's a curve. I'm scared. I'm afraid. I got to leave I-4 and make a curve on the 275 southbound.
Brian, yeah. You've seen a lot of accidents. On a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a jerk move is what MJ's saying?
What he does, if he's actually looking for an opening and actually finds one and not causes a problem, probably about a 3. But the problem is all of the people out here on the roadway are pissed at the ones who don't wait for that opening and who try to shove themselves into traffic.
Right.
He would have to shove himself, too, into something if it didn't open up
I'm
because
not
of
shoving.
the semi-truck.
I'm not shoving. I'm not shoving.
You're a traffic shover.
I'm not a shover.
You are.
Not a shover. Not a shover. Hey, Brian, thanks for calling, and thanks for the work you do as a road ranger. Hey, didn't some road ranger truck get smashed recently?
We've had a couple of them that have been hit by traffic on the highways. Yes.
How are the drivers okay?
Yes, all our drivers are fine.
All right, listen, thanks for what you...
On the other hand, or not.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, thanks for what you do. I appreciate it, Brian. Thanks to all the road rangers, okay?
Yeah, give the road rangers some space.
Have a good one, guys.
And remember, folks, when you see the road rangers pulled over on either the left or the right shoulder, you have to slow down to 20 miles below the speed limit or move to a different lane. Same thing with any emergency vehicle or the road rangers or even regular tow trucks as well.
Thank you, MJ.
Thank you, Brian. Have a great day. Don't call me a shover at a
You are a merge shover,
like a
sniper.
a merge bandit or whatever the hell you're calling me.
I need to invent a new word that incorporates a little bit of each of these words to describe what you are now.
Oh, my God. See, we never know what direction the show is going to take. If lines are loaded here. Joy is in Lakeland. I'm sure this is going to be a joy. Hi, Joy. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
I appreciate that intro, MJ.
Well, is this going to be a joy or not?
Yeah, whose side are you
on,
Joy?
MJ, I don't know if you're gonna like me, but you're what we call a traditional line breaker, and I would probably, I'm quote unquote call me a Jesus freak, but you might be getting a middle finger from me if you pulled that move.
So you're a Jesus freak, Joy, and you'd be flipping MJ off if he did this to you?
You're a bird.
She's referring to.
You're a bird shoving Jesus freak, is what you're telling us.
Listen, I don't claim to be perfect, and by grace we are saved.
Right.
However,
go ahead, Joy.
For line breaking.
All right. So Joy's going to flip you off and yell, "By grace, I'm saved."
So Joy chooses which rules to follow.
By the way, I would like to point
Joy.
out that Joy is listening to the MJ Morning Show and not Joy for real quality morning entertainment. All right. Hey, thank you, Joy. Have a great day.
Not a problem. You too.
Bye.
All right. Where's all that money coming from? All those Joy billboards. Where is that all Jesus money? Where's all that money coming from for all those billboards all over the place?
We should do an MJ Morning Show tithe.
I'm telling you.
Look
at the phones. Ashlyn is in Bradenton. Hey, Ashlyn, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Yep.
Okay, so there are two different kind of people in the world. My boyfriend has taught me this. There are the people who ride the merge lanes the whole way down, or there's people who get over right away. So, I mean, you can either get over right. I'm in Bradenton, so we have an intersection right by the hospital, and you can merge, and it takes you the whole way over the bridge almost. And people love to just ride it.
Yeah, I know exactly which hospital. I know which bridge you're talking about.
Oh man, it drives my boyfriend crazy. He'll lay on his horn the whole time. He's the worst kind of road rager, and I'm sitting there holding my old crap handle.
the old crap handle on the side of the car.
Please just stop. We need to get to where we're going. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
But yeah, there's two types of people: ride the merge lane or get over right.
Ashlyn, there's two different things because I'm a merge lane rider myself. But I will follow the natural flow of traffic on the merge lane. MJ is just trying to race up in front of cars and then hoodwink right in.
I'm not racing. I'm driving the speed limit or less, and I'm finding a safe place to get in with plenty of time.
Yeah, compared to cars
I'm not
who are
riding
at a
on
standstill.
I'm not riding on the shoulder or what the guy call those
the little gravel strip or the point?
Where the point, yeah, where the merge, where the split happens, you got that little point. I don't ride on that crap. Do you know all the glass and nails and all the debris? I'm not getting flat tires.
Guys,
Yeah.
it's a thing. It's a real traffic thing, and it's called a zipper merge.
The zipper merge.
It's a zipper merge, and it's totally legal.
Yeah, you had
Google it.
Yeah, you had the zipper merge at TSA on Friday. All right, hang on. Let me grab Dave is in Gibsonton. Hey, Dave, MJ Morning Show. You're on.
Good morning, MJ. How are you?
Doing well. Go ahead.
Listen, I won't flip you the finger, but because I do the same thing, but it's not the safest and responsible way to be of driving. We're just in a hurry, and we don't want to be stuck in that line.
Listen, 100% agree, Dave, but when I do it, I'm telling you, I'm doing it 100% safe, where there is absolutely plenty of room, and I'm not greedy. I don't try to go as far down as possible. When I get to a reasonable point within like a half mile or a quarter mile, that's when I look for the safe spot to get in, and there are always dawdlers where you have plenty of space to merge in on I-4 just before the I-275 southbound split. Dave, thanks.
Totally clean zipper merge.
It is a clean zipper merge. Thank you.
Don't get any sheath of skin when you do it. You're good.
Load me up with the terminology here. All right, let me just clear out these phones here. Yes, Andrew.
Yeah, it's not a zipper merge if you're using that lane that goes somewhere else.
Yeah, it's not the right word for this.
By the way, every line, you can hear it in the booth, every line is ringing.
A zipper merge is when two lanes merge naturally.
Dave, thanks for the call, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, let me grab Tim in Mulberry. Tim, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning.
Yes, Tim, go ahead.
The correct terminology for it is a professional dive bomber.
Yes, you're exactly right.
them out there. They do it all the time. That's their natural move, and they do it every afternoon and every morning the same way, and that's what it is. And it causes the accordion effect, which obviously causes traffic to go and stop.
Yeah, but anyway, I do it with plenty of space. I only do it like once, maybe twice a month. I'm on that road.
Hey, don't qualify your merge. Don't qualify it. Just do it when you want to.
All right, thank you.
You're a good judge.
Hey, Roxanne's got my back on. Roxanne's got my 6 on this one.
Yeah, amazingly.
Tim, thanks for the call. One more here. Hey, Andrew, thank all the folks that are calling in, but I got to move on. This was undeveloped. I had no idea this was going to develop.
I had no idea you were such a terrible driver, and you're justifying it like, I have a completely legitimate tip to save 5 times faster.
Last call on this. Ron in St. Pete. Hi, Ron. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, guys. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I just wanted to add to that. I mean, please, don't think that we're looking for any special treatment, but when you're pulling out or when you're merging and you see a spot, if you see a motorcycle there's a reason why there's a motorcycle that's further back, is because we like to give enough room front and back. Same when we pull up, when we stop, people get right on our tails. Yeah. And I mean, if somebody hits them from behind, they're just going to get sent right into us. And we just ask to just be careful and be more noticeable about the space. Because I know there are a lot of guys that usually what they call the crotch rockets, that they get in there and they're kind of ignorant. They run in and out. But there are a lot of guys that are on just regular cruisers that just want to ride. And, we leave space for that reason, for safety.
I'll tell you what, though. Let me tell you, Ron, I don't know if you heard last week, I had Julian, my son, on, and I took Julian up north to go to school. And we were picking up Michelle at Newark, who was flying in from Scotland because she took my daughter to school in St. Andrews. So I was on the New Jersey Turnpike last Monday, getting ready to go to Newark to pick up my wife, flying in on United from Edinburgh. And we had a crotch rocket come between us and another car on the Jersey Turnpike. We were doing about 65 probably, and this crotch rocket came by at easily $125, $130, but came so close to my car that if I had just moved over like 2 inches, this guy would have been gone.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Those guys, I tell them, even when I see them at places that we go to meet up and everything, I tell them, listen, you guys give everybody on the bikes a bad name. There's places, you want to go to Brooksville, ride like that, go up to Brooksville, do your thing, do it where later, early in the morning, where it's safer. But, there's a lot of guys that are on the cruisers, the Harleys, like what I got, and we just want to ride. We're enjoying it, and we're not trying to cause trouble. We just want to go and, just like everybody else, but we like to keep that space. And then people automatically think because we're 2 or 3 cars back that now they can just cut, 2 cars cut in, and now I'm 5 feet from somebody's bumper. So
thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Every single line, and you said the text lines were out of control.
I can't hit them all.
And you painted it as such a legitimate traffic move. I thought you had I thought you were going to say, oh, you exit the interstate at the Ybor exit, or you get off at that downtown exit and then pick up the interstate again in downtown. No, you just race up in front of everybody and cut everybody off.
This really is a two rooms in life.
Look
thing.
for a dawdler. Look for a dawdler.
All right. So the Buccaneers, listen, a win's a win, but we almost had like a touchdownless win yesterday. It was almost all field goals. It was what? Was it in the fourth quarter we finally had an actual touchdown?
It was late in the game. I was watching. I was getting tired, and I was like, oh, when are they going to score something?
All right. So I thought Brady looked fairly good. He had a number of sacks, though. So he had some late game sacks. But I thought Brady, the first couple of drives, man, I thought he looked pretty good. His arm looked great. Like he had the power.
He should take 11 days off every preseason.
But the issue is with Brady, man, his offensive line is letting him down. And don't we have another injury now on the offensive?
Yeah, we do. I forget who it is, but yes, there was another one last night.
Yeah. Yes, Andrew.
Yeah, he wasn't there for most of preseason, but our center got hurt right before the season.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So he has a new center. Ali Marpet retired. So the 3 interior guys, the 2 guards in the center are all new this year.
But the offensive line, man, that's going to be difficult. They got to get that under control.
Hey, but Leonard Fournette looked great.
Oh, and how about Jesus Jones? What's his name?
Julio
Jones. I'm just going to call him Jesus Jones.
No, isn't that a singer?
That's what I'm saying.
I would say, okay.
That was right here, right now. Jesus, do you remember that song? right here, right now. Yeah, remember this? This is Jesus Jones. I'm just going to call Julio Jesus Jones. This is a great song. Remember this? Ba-bum-bum. Right here, right now. It's a great song. All right, thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. All right, so the other thing with the Bucks, next weekend they go to New Orleans. We don't have a home game until the week after next. So next weekend it's going to be New Orleans, and I don't know. I think that we ought to have Bucks fans in the stands throwing crab legs onto the field.
That was a while ago.
For Jameis Winston. I think,
That was a long time ago.
Has anyone ever done that? Anyone ever thrown crab legs onto the field?
Actually, when Jameis played for the Bucks, the Saints did it to him, and now he plays for the Saints.
Yes, Andrew.
At these prices of crab legs?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, no one's throwing crab legs on the field. And, of course, the Saints and the Bucks, that's a rivalry. Our teams do not like each other at all.
So, of all the teams that Brady hasn't beaten,
right,
since he's been a Buccaneer, I think he's lost all 4 games that he's played in the regular season
to
the
New
Saints.
Orleans? Okay.
Now, they of course, won in the playoffs or in the Super Bowl run, but he's yet to beat him in regular season.
Did you see Tom Brady, the camera cuts to him? Did you see his giant-mouthed F-bomb at the end of the second? I think it was 2nd and 10, 25 seconds left on the clock. And then you got Brady with a big, giant F-bomb. Right. You ever notice that right when the camera goes on a player, and suddenly you can see, like, total mouthed, curse word? Yeah.
Hey, I got a question.
That's when he threw an incomplete is what it was. Yeah.
Can we bet in Vegas the over-under on how many games Giselle will attend this year?
That's a good question. Because
was she there yesterday?
I didn't see Giselle up in the box. I don't think so. So, again, what's going on with the whole Giselle deal? And then I mentioned this early, and if you go to my Instagram, I took a picture. Hey, you know what? Andrew, maybe take my Instagram photo and also do a post on mjmorningshow.com. And maybe we ought to write a little blurb on this thing. But I'm kind of befuddled with this new Buccaneers hat. And I saw Tom Brady and other players wearing this on the sidelines. And this new Buccaneers hat, it looks like it has a bleach accident.
Is it like a blotchy cow pattern? Is that what they're going?
Why don't you just look at the picture on my Instagram?
I've seen the picture, but I'm asking you, what are they going for?
I don't know.
I do know what they're going for.
What the hell are they going for?
Tell us.
It's supposed to be a white feather.
Is it?
It looks like, I'm telling you, go to my Instagram, go to Certified MJ Radio. Go to Certified MJ Radio on my Instagram, and while you're there, give me a follow as well. I took a picture of my TV screen yesterday, and it's Brady with his back to the camera, and you can see him wearing the red new Buccaneers baseball cap. And there's this giant white splotch over like the whole back of the hat, and it looks like I'm a moron who doesn't know how to do laundry. It looks like I had a Clorox spill, and that's exactly what happens when you spill Clorox on a colored garment. Then that's what the new Buccaneers baseball hat looks like. It looks like a Clorox. Looks like a bleach spill, a bleach accident.
Is this the new NFL bleach collection?
I don't know.
I mean, did the other team have... it doesn't look like a feather. That's the only reason why I say it, because it looks kind of like no defined lines on it.
The NFL and Clorox have teamed up.
Right?
It's the new Clorox collection from the NFL. I guess it's probably just Buccaneers exclusive, but it looks like a mistake. It looks like I thought that Tom Brady, seriously, I thought that Giselle spilled bleach on Tom Brady's hat, and maybe that's why they're estranged right now. Maybe that's what the problem is.
Damn it, Giselle, you ruined my hat.
You ruined you're a klutz with the bleach, Giselle.
How much these hats cost? Gosh.
All right, so Bucks in New Orleans next weekend, and then they're back in Tampa Bay. The Packers are coming in, and the Packers didn't look very good.
No, they didn't look good at all.
If Aaron Rodgers brings that game to Ray J, I think we're
come on down, Aaron.
We could be 3-0 here pretty quickly. Yeah. So hey,
couple other quick things for you.
Yep.
Giselle did tweet "Go Bucks" last night.
Okay.
I've been told.
Yay.
And someone else.
I've been told.
Yay.
I didn't see with my own
Claudia
eyeballs.
Schiffer called Roxanne. Hey, did you see? Oh, Giselle, she tweeted "Go Bucks."
And someone said that the hat looks like a bird pooped on it. A pelican.
That Andrew just said that in my ear, that a caller said they didn't want to go on the air, but it looks like a giant pelican poop.
Yeah.
That's a big pelican.
Is that good luck though?
I always heard that if a bird poops on you, it's good luck. I had a bird pooped in my cousin's mouth one time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
We were in my grandma and grandpa's hammock on 169th Street in Flushing, New York. I was about 7 years old. He was 6. And we're on the hammock playing, and he opened his mouth, and a bird pooped right in his mouth. Just flew over at the exact time. All right, hey, speaking of football, tell me what this is. Anybody know?
This NFL is on fire.
Well, close. Something's on fire.
There's a reason why we don't have a karaoke game on this show, people.
Professor, you know what this is? Any idea what that is?
That's the NFL on Fox Music.
Yeah.
Did Aaron Andrews look great? I don't know what.
No.
What?
Someone smoking hot? Huh.
You're getting closer. Guys, this happens more than you would believe.
What, did Joe Buck's house burn down last night during the game or what?
You're getting warmer. I mean, literally getting warmer.
Oh, I know.
What?
I know. Oh, the Miami Dolphins barbecue grill tailgating story.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
A Dolphins tailgater left the grill on. It destroyed 8 cars in the parking lot at the Miami Dolphins Stadium yesterday.
The picture is incredible.
8 cars. This is unbelievable. Hey, do me a favor, Andrew. You got to get this story up. A tailgater grilling pregame did not turn off the grill, and a fire started by his grill burned up 8 cars to a crisp. Hey, great start to the hot 2022 season.
So I have a news report out of News 7 Miami.
Oh, now it's up to 11 cars.
Yes.
Well, because some cars were completely burned out, and then there were other cars that had other like damage, like plastic parts melting and other with cosmetic damages. But it looks like 11 cars. 8 were totally burned to the ground. Can you imagine that? You show up to a Dolphins game, and was it Dolphins Bills? Was that who it was yesterday?
No, it was Dolphins Patriots.
I'm sorry, that's right. Dolphins Patriots. What am I thinking? Dolphins Patriots. And the picture is unbelievable. You got a whole row of cars that are burnt to the ground. I mean, it looks like some kind of a car bomb went off in Afghanistan. I mean, that's what it looks like. It's unbelievable.
So I've done a reasonable amount of tailgating in my time, and a lot of guys will put their barbecue under the car to tuck it out of the way. You know, they extinguish the...
I don't know why they would do that.
But I've seen that happen before.
Yeah. I know that there was a similar incident at Giant Stadium a couple of years ago. Tailgaters at the Meadowlands. Grill caught on fire, burned a whole bunch of cars beyond recognition. And just yesterday, 8 destroyed totally. I guess 11 total, other cosmetic damages. All because someone was tailgating prior to the game and left the grill on. And why does it remain contained inside the grill?
Well,
I'm not a grill expert, but why didn't the damn thing stay inside the grill? How does it light all the cars on fire?
I don't know, man, but it's a big mess.
Man, we'll get the image. We'll get the story up at mjmorningshow.com. We'll put it in the stories that we mentioned on the show. We'll have it up in just a bit at mjmorningshow.com. But you got to see this. It's unbelievable.
All right, so I'm on the website for buying NFL junk.
Yes.
And apparently every team has the splotchy bleach hat.
So it's look at that. Yep, the Cowboys has it as well.
Yeah, and that's the featured item on the NFL page.
I guess this is an NFL store deal where all the teams have a splotchy, bleach damaged looking hat this year.
Yeah, here's the Buffalo Bills bleached looking hat.
Yeah, look at that. Do they have? Oh yeah, look at the same thing in the back.
It's really an ugly design.
Yeah, it really is.
But so they'll sell.
Just awful. I don't like it at all. All right, this is disrespectful. Got a couple of things. Irish fans at a soccer game were chanting Lizzie's in a box, meaning Queen Elizabeth II is in a coffin. She's dead.
That's awful.
Soccer fans at an Irish soccer game were singing Lizzie's in a box to the tune of this. You know this song?
Yeah. Let Love Open the Door.
No.
What song is it?
Let Love Open.
I don't know. What is it?
No, that's not that. Let My Love Open the Door. No, come on.
What is it? I don't know what it is.
You don't know what this song is.
Keep playing it.
Oh, come on. We're going to play Name That Tune right now?
I'm trying to figure out how you work Lizzie in a box. Lizzie in a box.
Hey, I've got the audio. I'll play.
Okay.
I hear it. Come on. Little bass pluck right here. Boom. By the way, this thing has like a 52-second intro. This is like the greatest. This is like the greatest talk up for DJs ever. Yeah. I take a whole phone call. I give away a whole contest prize over just the intro of this song. And then you know when they're about to sing because you get the two little brass stabs. Come on, you know what this is? Come on, it's Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Everybody wants you. Everybody wants your love.
You don't know that song?
Okay, off the
Give
top of
it
my...
up, give it up, baby, give it up.
Okay, I know it now, but off the top of my head, I'm not really down with that much 70s disco.
Okay, yeah. It's terrible.
I hear it now.
All right, now hang on a minute. Listen, this is the crowd chanting. These are the Irish soccer fans. How freaking rude is that?
How freaking amazing is it that an Irish guy can get a bunch of other Irishmen to sing a Bee Gees inspired song?
No,
All right.
that's not Bee Gees. It's not Bee Gees.
Who was
That's
singing?
Casey and the Sunshine Band.
I'm sorry. You put Casey and the Sunshine Band in one hand and Bee Gees in the other.
Whatever.
Tell me the difference.
They're totally different.
So anyway, MJ, the fact that this guy comes in, okay, guys, we're going to sing Casey and the Sunshine Band song and insult the dead queen.
All right, so this stadium in Dublin was hosting a UEFA Europa Conference League match between Irish Shamrock Rovers and the Swedish Djurgårdens. And the Irish fans were chanting Lizzie's in a box, the Queen's in a coffin? That is terrible.
That's amazing that they thought of this song to rhyme to.
Come on. I almost had the timing right on that.
Pretty close,
man. Almost had it. That's rude. Come on, that's awful.
It's awful and horrible, but maybe we could have some Irish people on our show to come up with some quick parodies like that on the spot.
No, I don't want. That's not fun.
Not that terrible. No, it's terrible, but I mean.
And then there was a UFC fight, UFC 279 in Las Vegas on Saturday night, and they put up on the screens a big tribute in memory to Queen Elizabeth II, 1926, is it, right? To 2022, and the UFC fans in Vegas were booing her. All right, so I guess that UFC fans are not big Queen Elizabeth fans.
Or
right?
big Casey and the Sunshine Band fans because they didn't think of Lizzie in a box.
That's just awful. That's terrible. All right, we are so behind. We don't know how our shows are going to go, and I had no idea that the whole the merging.
Yeah, your quick little traffic tip of illegality and douchiness.
I had no idea that was going to turn into this huge segment with tons of phone calls.
People are getting divorced now because they realize that one is a lane swiper and one is a zip merger.
Zip merger is completely different.
All right. When we get back, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Folks, you don't want to miss the next segment. We start another long segment next. But also, if you ever miss anything, listen to the podcast later in the day. Next, another story about the iPad tipping buttons. You know, when you're supposed to add a tip when they flip the iPad around to you at the restaurant?
Right.
All right, hold on. Got an uncomfortable situation. Next, here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey, our friends... Fester's still on hold with the airline. Oh, wait a sec. Fester, is it your turn now? You speaking to them? Are you speaking to the?
I sprained my right foot, so my right foot's is the side that I have the crutch on.
God, you're not gonna listen to this. Listen to what Fester's doing.
So I guess if I were on the left side of the plane, and I'd have more room for the right leg.
Who's he flying?
I don't know which airline.
And it's like, I think there's the connector flight. It originates in Tampa, and then there's the connector, and then it ends up in Harrisburg.
Scammer.
I leave, tomorrow morning. I think I come back late Sunday. You know that, though.
You're listening to Fester, and Fester's on hold.
Hey, I really appreciate this. Thank you very much.
Fester was on hold. That was the music that you heard a little while ago. So Fester was on hold, and then right as we're coming back, are you on hold now? Are you on hold?
Okay, I just put him on mute. So,
jeez.
So
Fester is trying to pull a Wambuki with the airline. Fester's flying up to Pennsylvania tomorrow for the big RV show at Hershey, Pennsylvania, because he sells RVs for General RV outside of the MJ Morning Show. Are you back on hold now?
I put him on mute. He says it's going to take a few minutes. So.
All right. So you sure they're on mute?
Yeah. He's muted out.
So go ahead and Fester, why don't you tell everyone what kind of Wambuki scam you're doing? Hold the earpiece to your ear.
Yeah, I got it.
And make sure your cheek doesn't unmute it so the guy doesn't hear the whole scam you're trying to pull.
The whole scam is you call the airline and because every upgraded seat they're going to charge you for.
Yes,
you call them before the flight, tell them you twisted your ankle or something, and you ask if they could give you an aisle seat. And I've done this every time I've flown for the last 5 years.
Instead of paying like the $36 for...
There's 4 legs on this flight. It's like $120 for all 4 legs.
Oh, my God.
You ever notice when Fester's talking about one of his scams, he actually goes more into that accent, like, I've been doing this for the... Like, you go into more of a character of like a scam guy, like a New Jersey or New York scam guy.
All right. I didn't notice that there, Toots, but thanks for pointing it out.
I can't believe this. Fester is on hold with the airline.
Yeah.
And he's trying to tell them that he has a sprained ankle.
I twisted my ankle on Friday. I'm walking with a crutch.
Are you going to hope to get early plane access?
What happened?
You going to try to get the wheelchair? Is he back?
It sounds like he's rustling. He's coming back shortly.
All right.
So I don't want early access, nothing like that. I just want, they don't... Right? Yes.
I turn it off speaker. I said Fester's leaving the room now. So Fester is on with the airline, and Fester is trying to scam them into giving him free aisle seats because he's claiming a leg injury. Because the airlines are now. With whatever fare you book, you don't get to choose your seat. They give you a seat, and then if you want to upgrade to a better seat, you look at the seating map, and this one is $26. This one is $49. You know the racket. They're trying to nickel and dime us on everything.
I know. That's what happens now. Maybe he could somehow send that photo, the nude backside photo, to the airline, maybe tweet it to them or something, and he could get some sort of special service or special seating.
All right, so what is Fester doing now? He's working on a scam. He's on, you just heard him, he's on with the airline right now. Now he's, hold on, all right, Fester says
2 minutes.
Now
we're not.
Now he's outside of the studio in the hallway, and he's giving me the 2-minute symbol.
Okay, we'll just, you make sure you get your scam done, Fester, while we work on the show.
He had to do this while we're on the air? He couldn't do this after the show?
Yeah. No.
Unbelievable. Hey, on a serious, somber note, yesterday was the 21st anniversary of 9/11.
I saw your post about that. The picture that you took.
When I was doing mornings for a little bit up in New York, around 9/11, they put up the 2 beams of light. And I used to work down in Tribeca at 32 Avenue of the Americas, this very well-known, old communications building. And you could see walking in the front door on Avenue of the Americas, as you walked in, you could see the beams of light coming up from Ground Zero. And I took a picture back in 2016, and I posted that yesterday. 9/11, never forget.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday, the 21st anniversary of 9/11, and Chloe just turned 21 on August 20th, And of course, for me, Chloe was born just 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks before 9/11. And I just remember saying to my wife, my God, what kind of a world have we brought Chloe into?
I know that it was such crazy times. I remember the flip side of that, going to a wedding a couple of weeks after 9/11. And it was basically the first time that, everybody there was smiling and dancing and trying to be jovial about something.
It's rough. Totally rough. Oh, jeez.
Okay, we're having a somber conversation, so
hang
don't
on.
come in here
I'm
with your
sorry?
smiles and giggles about scamming people.
Hold on to your thought. Hey, Michelle, good morning.
Yes.
How you doing?
Fine.
No, I was just talking about 9/11, and yesterday was the 21st anniversary. And, of course, Chloe just turned 21. And do you remember I said to you after 9/11, and Chloe was, just 2.5 weeks old?
What kind of world did we just bring our baby into?
Yeah, that's exactly what I just told Roxanne and our listeners. I'm glad we brought her into the world because Chloe's been a delight.
Oh, she's a delight.
She's a worldwide delight now.
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, Fester just pulled. Did it work, Fester? Did your scam work on all 4 legs?
Yes, all 4 legs of the flight. I have an aisle seat, which I prefer as opposed to a window seat.
At no upgrade charge?
No upgrade.
How much were the upgrades when you looked at the seat map?
So I went to the site last night, and it was anywhere from $28 to like $36 per leg. And the second flight, the Charlotte to Harrisburg flight, it's on a 2 and 2, so it's a smaller plane.
You're like on an Embraer 195 or a 175 or a CRJ something. Yeah.
So I called the airline.
Michelle, listen to this. Fester was just on hold with his airline because he's flying tomorrow up to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, because he's got to do this week-long RV show up there for General RV.
Yeah, I'm going to sell 100 of them up there.
It's the biggest RV show, one of the biggest in the country,
2
right?
big ones. The Tampa one in January and the Hershey one in September.
All right. So Fester's flying up, and he just pulled a scam. He called up the airline and told them that he's injured his leg.
I twisted my ankle.
And he's just gotten free aisle seats on all legs. So from Tampa to Charlotte to Harrisburg, and then the return.
Yes. All 4 legs. Jeez. Coming back, Harrisburg to Charlotte on Sunday.
Are you going to show up with a crutch?
No, just a subtle limp. No, I'm not going to bring the whole
You're
crutch.
not going to even have a boot, a fake boot?
No, I'm not going to go through all that.
Why don't you go all the way and order up a wheelchair?
Exactly. That's what I said to him. I said, why don't you get the wheelchair service where they roll your carcass onto the airplane?
The gentleman from this airline offered the wheelchair.
Oh, he did?
He goes, would you like for me to have a wheelchair to meet you when you get to the airport? And I said, no, that won't be necessary. I'm walking okay, but my ankle is stiff.
What if the porter at the airport listens to the show and then recognizes you and says, oh, Festa with the little wheelchair aisle seat Wambuki scam?
Listen, I'll grease him with an introduction to my friend Abraham Lincoln.
Ooh, that should work.
Maybe a couple of George Washington.
Yeah, I'd like to introduce you to my good friend George Washington.
You can get a folded cane, so then, you just use it when you need to, and then you fold it up and put it in your bag.
That's not a bad idea. I should get one of those.
Or you can get the cane that has the knife inside.
Oh, you know what I can't find in my house? I don't know where it is. I have 2 of them at my house. I can't find any of my seatbelt extenders.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
I know. So I got to walk on the flight and say, hey, can I have a seatbelt extender? And they give you one.
That's right. You stole, let me guess, you didn't buy one off of online. You stole a seatbelt extender from a previous flight.
I've stolen 2.
You've stolen 2 of them.
I can't place either of them right now. I have to turn the house upside down tonight.
Do you ever have to use both seatbelt extenders? Do you ever have to connect both together?
No. One seatbelt extender is quite generous.
That does the trick?
Quite generous. It could hold me and a calf in the seat.
Can hold you and Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, in the seat together.
That's hot. Yeah, so I got my aisle seats, which is what I wanted. They're all on the left side of the plane because I told the guy I injured my right leg. And so the right leg will have the stick out.
So I'd like to stick my right leg into the aisle, and maybe the beverage cart can run right into it.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, listen, I caused no problems on a plane. I'm going to sit right there in my beautiful aisle seat and enjoy it.
Hey, Michelle, what are your thoughts? I'm about to segue here. We got another, tipping scenario here. What are you just? What are you doing over there?
Nothing. I'm waiting to hear what you want to ask me.
All right. What is your policy. And, when you're not with me, because typically if you're with me, I'm pulling out the credit card and I'm doing the transaction. But what are your thoughts when you're by yourself and you are at a restaurant or you're taking out and you're at the counter and they whip the touchpad around? Sometimes it's an iPad, sometimes it's a dedicated point of sale device, and they flip it around and all the tips are already a lot of times it's pre-selected for you, or 25%, 20%, 18%. What are your thoughts of sort of being shamed or forced into the tip at the point of sale?
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of it, but I'm pretty generous when the service is good or I like the establishment, and I'll leave $1.
Right, listen to this. This is the latest. A video has surfaced online on social media of an individual named Josh, and Josh's handle is, I guess, Big Black Puffer, and he has a video, and he's trying to figure out who the hell is he trying to tip at Crumble Cookies. Now, Crumble, that seems to be a hot chain right now. I saw my first Crumble. Michelle, was it next to...
Frank Pepe and...
No. Was it Frank Pepe or was it Regina? No, it was Regina.
Oh, Regina, you're right.
It was Pizza Regina, and I think, was that up in Medford, Massachusetts, right?
Yep, that's it.
So there's a town center, a newish town center up in Massachusetts, and we were driving through, and, when we're in Boston, I'll try to get Santarpio's or Regina Pizza, and there was a brand new Crumble. And it had just opened up, big sign, grand opening, Crumble. The Crumble cookie thing, they're opening up all. Fester
They're here. Yeah, there's 10 of them in the Bay Area.
Yeah, Fester just brought up a map, and it's one of these fast expanding franchises. I haven't been in one yet, but I know that the Crumble cookies are all over the Tampa Bay area now. And this guy, Josh, he's at the iPad kiosk, and it's asking him to leave a tip inside the Crumble cookie shop. But in the video, all the workers are standing nearby or in the back, and they're not manning the counter. So this guy, Josh, is asking, who the hell am I tipping here? No one's here. This is automated. No one is standing here. It's asking for a tip. Who the hell am I tipping?
You leave nothing then, zero.
Yeah, his video has already received millions and millions of views, and a lot of folks are saying they're tired of being asked for tips by workers that are not a server, not a bartender. How did we get into the mode where you go into a fast food establishment and suddenly you're expected to tip? How did we get shamed into that?
Yeah, and why are some fast food places not part of those winnings,
Oh, listen, there are plenty of places that don't have the iPad checkout where you have to check and hit your tip or custom amount or a sign. There are plenty of places that don't do that type of checkout in a fast food or a fast casual environment. But I don't like it. And then when you hit no tip, do they see it on the other side? Are they sneering?
A little red light goes on behind it so they know that you didn't tip.
Well,
and they spit in your drink.
Yeah, it's a no tip, no tip, no tip, no tip, no tip, no tip, no tip.
Or the other side, you tip really well and there's no acknowledgement for it because they don't know at that point in time. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a good point. Who the hell am I tipping? Hey, Fester, what is this $3 burrito hack at Chipotle that you sent me?
They shut it off.
Yeah, they stopped it.
All right,
they stopped it.
All right, now I saw the headline. I did not read the story yet. Can you Michelle, do you know about this as well?
No, I just saw the headline.
All right, so Fester sent me the story last night because I saw it, but I didn't print it out. What is it?
So you ordered the cheapest taco, and you can get extras for no charge. So you order the cheapest taco, and then you order an extra tortilla,
right?
Which is 20 cents,
right?
And then you order with 2 extra beans, 2 extra guacamoles, 2 extra sour creams, 2 extra cheese, 2 extra corns, and then you can take all the extras and have the taco, and make all the extras
and
into
then
a nice,
dump it into the burrito shell,
and then make your own taco or make your own burrito.
And you could do that for like $3
because that's the price of the taco,
right?
Like the taco might be like $2.99.
Right.
Then you buy the tortilla plus tax is less than $3-4, and then you order all the extra sides, which are complimentary.
They're complimentary.
Yeah, if you want, like if I wanted extra tomato on a burger at Burger King, they don't charge for the tomato. They don't charge for extra pickle. So you get all the extra toppings on the side.
So some Chipotle employees said they're thrilled that Chipotle just cracked down on the $3 burrito ordering hack. They said it was making their lives miserable. Some Chipotle, this is a Yahoo story, some Chipotle customers were using a social media hack to get burrito-sized portions for just $3 by ordering tacos with extra sides.
All the extra sides.
Yeah.
You order like 2 or 3 of them. Like 3 extra beans. And then you order the extra large tortilla, and it all fits in there.
Yeah, workers said... I'm sorry, go ahead, Michelle.
So that sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, workers were saying that it was driving them crazy. It was a big headache. Workers said that they couldn't meet service quotas because of how portioning out extra sides was so time-consuming. And now they've just cracked down on it. Savvy customers figured out that by ordering a single taco plus each free topping on the side and a 40-cent tortilla,
there you go, right.
They could create a similar dish to a regular burrito that would typically cost $9. Wow. Workers said it was
kind of their job, though.
Okay, but you fill up all these 1 or 2 ounce portion cups, so you get your taco, and then you get a bag with like 40 cups of other toppings.
Workers say it was a disaster behind the scenes. 5 Chipotle workers in 5 states who asked to remain anonymous as they were not authorized to speak to the press, but whose identities are known to the insider. Oh, so the Yahoo republished in Business Insider article explained why they hated making the viral orders. The orders were beyond annoying and disruptive, a crew member in New York said, because tacos disrupt the flow of the assembly line. Each taco ordered using this hack entailed up as many as 8 sides, had to be separately portioned into cups and packed up, which is more time-consuming than you would think.
Well, why wouldn't they just prepare it in advance?
Because they're not you're not charging for it. They make it fresh for each customer.
I know, but you know that lunch rush is coming. You just make like 20 extra tomato cups, 20 extra guac cups, or whatever.
Chipotle put an end to this hack on Wednesday of last week. Here's a quote from them. Chipotle told Business Insider, guests are currently unable to order a single taco from our online ordering systems. While we have long embraced customizations and even released our own hack menu. Yeah, but I'm sure their hack menu involves like full price. The current social media trend is resulting in a poor experience for our food, our employees, and our customers waiting for orders. So if you were pulling this hack at Chipotle, guess what? The party's over.
So now you can't
hold on.
order a
I'm sorry.
single
Hang
taco.
on. Hang on. The fiesta's over.
Yes, the fiesta's over.
All right, Michelle, what did you say?
So now somebody can't order one single taco.
No. You can order the taco. You just can't order all of the
40 sides on the side.
And a 40-cent tortilla to try to make your hack.
The jig is up.
So speaking of restaurants, we were just talking about Crumble before we were talking about Chipotle.
Yep.
Did you see what broke over the weekend about what the guy saw at the Crumble?
Yeah.
Oh my! I was like, and then Crumble comes out trying to legitimize it.
Yeah, their image is crumbling.
Listen, I no, it's not. Their image is not
crumbling. They're crumbling like the ruins of Rome.
Their image is not crumbling. Listen, the Crumble cookie thing is one of the hottest franchises going right now.
And it's not a cheap cookie.
Across the country. I have not been.
Okay.
Now, do they sell ice cream with cookies as well?
Oh, you'll be at the front of the line there, won't you?
What?
You'll be at the front of the line.
I had a chance. I walked into Regina Pizzeria in outside of Boston in Medford, and there was a Crumble right next door at the town center. I didn't walk in.
You're an ice cream hog.
No, it was a grand opening. But
we left no space in the stomach for that, actually.
Yeah, we popped down the whole Regina pie right in the parking lot, so we didn't have any damn room for dessert. All right, Michelle, anything else before I let you roll?
Bye.
Oh, you know what? Hang on the phone with us. I want you to hear this.
What? I can turn the radio on, you know.
No, but I want you to jump in because, listen, Michelle is really like a fifth member of the show. You have been for decades. What are you giving me a little
I mean, you know. She doesn't get to opt into the 401k around here.
Did you hear about the lady that dropped off a dog at an animal shelter and ends up getting fined $500?
Why?
This is a nutty story. This is out of Mount Dora, right here in Florida. So Mount Dora, just a little northeast of us. A Mount Dora woman says that she was trying to do the right thing. She brought a stray dog into the Lake County Animal Shelter. Now she's being fined $500. Why?
Not a dog.
No, it was a chupacabra. You're correct. No, no. They said that she falsified information. Listen to this. She says, I saw a stray dog in the middle of the road, picked it up. It was the 4th of July. According to this woman, her name is Hunter. The last thing I wanted was for it to be obviously running loose on the most traumatic day to be a lost dog. 4th of July, all the fireworks going off, and a lot of dogs are scared of that stuff. Now, Hunter, her name is Hunter File. Tonight on the Hunter File. It sounds like it's an A&E crime show or something. All right, so Hunter File's her name. She says she kept the dog for the night. She kept the dog for 4th of July night because the shelters were closed. Then she brought the dog the next day. But the intersection where she found the dog is technically in Orange County, a mile south of the Lake County border. She found the dog in Orange County, but then she brought the dog to the Lake County shelter. She was like, it was down the street. I could walk there and show you how close it was. She dropped the dog off at the Lake County shelter. The form did have a warning on it about the penalty for making a false statement. And then she was sent a letter telling her she's being fined $500 for using false information. And in a statement to Fox 35 in Orlando, Lake County said, correct information is critical to providing health services, finding owners who may be searching for the animal, and other responsibilities. And File found out the dog's owner came to pick up the dog 5 days later at the shelter, only paying about $17 for a microchip. But she finds it hard to believe. How? Why? I was trying to do the right thing. Is the dog owner also getting a penalty? Well, I don't know why they would. But she recently had the case heard by a special master who upheld the fine. And now she's got to figure out whether she's just going to pay the $500 or whether she's going to appeal that decision. You see what's going on here? She found the dog technically in Orange County, and she returned the dog to Lake County because she found the dog just a mile away from. So she brought it to the wrong county's animal shelter. But how did they find out? I don't know. The story doesn't say how they found out that she falsified the information, that she claims that she found the dog in Lake County when she actually found the dog just barely into Orange County.
So if you ever find a stray near a county border, you got to kind of, come here, boy. Cross
over here. Come on.
Come on. Let's go.
Hey, here's a sausage. Come here.
Come on, boy. Good boy. Good
hey, Michelle,
boy.
what do you, as a lawyer, what do you think about that?
Well, that is the law, and they're not incorrect about it. You know, they need to know. And what if it was rabid, or what if there was, some other situation that there was a quarantine in an area or something. So it's unfortunate that the real owner isn't ponying up the money because their pet was saved by her bringing it in. And I don't think she was malicious in her, not being honest. But when you're filling out government documents, you got to be honest.
All right. And guess what? I was flagged by Instagram.
Really?
I was flagged, and something I posted was blocked.
Yeah, Fester's butt.
My butt?
No. You're still up there. Fester's picture, both pictures of the original shot, and you standing next to the mammoth blown up picture on the wall before it was taken down. No, those are still up there. I was flagged for this. Let me play this. I'm going to have to play it over. I'm just going to play it over the speaker on my phone because it sounds pretty good, actually. All right, here it is. Listen. All right.
Hey,
to the jackwagon that keeps throwing their little doggy poopy bags in my bushes. Okay, I can't play because I do curse at the end. Hang on, I forgot I cursed at the end. Instead of saying cut the crap, I said cut the bleep. All right, so here's the deal. Somebody is like taking the little doggy poop bags, you know, when you scoop up your dog's poop in the little baggie, and they're throwing it in my bushes along the street.
Oh, okay, so why even bother to put it in the bag? I mean, you've taken that step. Just hang onto your bag and dispose of it properly.
So a couple of times now, I'm fishing the dog poop bags out of my what are those things called?
Shrubs?
No, those bushes, the crotons. Yeah, so I'm fishing the damn things out of my crotons, and I shot a video over the weekend. It's like 10-second video, but guess what? I added the music from the Baja Men, Who Let the Dogs Out.
Oh.
But you do that on their app.
Right.
So wait a minute. So Instagram, through their own real app, you're able to add music, but then you can add music that's not licensed, and then they'll take you down. So then I get a notice that my video's being blocked.
Because of the music, not because of the...
And then they sent me a list of all the countries that it was blocked, and it was like all 199 countries in the world. I was even blocked in North Korea. It was like, seriously, the whole list of every country that I was blocked because of copyright. I'm like, wait a minute, I got the song clip from your very own Instagram Reels app.
I can tell you dog scat videos are very popular in North Korea.
All right, so let me tell you, well, it's probably lunch over there.
Yeah, it's delicious. Fantastic.
Well, there's no dogs running around there. Figure out why.
Not anymore.
All right, so here's the deal. So I reshot the video and I didn't add the music to it. So I'm sorry, I didn't reshoot the video. I had the video, and then when I put it on Instagram Reels, I added the music. So I deleted the other one, which was still showing up in my feed, but no one else could see it because of the Baja Men Who Let the Dogs Out. So I put it back up there, and it just doesn't have the music on there now.
So when you just sang Who Let the Dogs Out, you sound like a seal.
Yeah.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the seals out? All right, Michelle, I'll let you roll now.
Okay, bye.
Bye, sweetie. All right, so if you want to see my poopy bag video without without this, because of a copyright violation, go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and just while you're there, give me a follow. So I'm getting close to 10,000 followers, which that's going to be. I might offer maybe a cash prize. Maybe I'll offer like $10,000 hairs for
$10,000 doll hairs.
10,000.
Wow.
You said doll hairs.
maybe I'll offer $10,000 hairs to whoever's my 10,000th follower. All right, so give me a follow. Caught that, huh? All right, so
doll hair.
All right, so
it's like when you had the Toy Yoda promotion.
Yeah, you know what? When I thought of the 10,000 doll hairs, I thought of the Toyota thing. All right, folks, if you don't know about the whole Toyota thing, it happened to a Hooters girl, didn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
It was a Hooters girl up in the Panhandle, if I'm not mistaken. All right, if you don't know about the Toyota situation, she thought she won a Toyota in a sales contest at Hooters.
I had like a big month-long promotion.
Oh, yeah. All right, hold on a minute. If you don't know that story, that and a whole lot more next in the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show next here on Q105. It's very funny you said that because I thought of the same exact thing. So we'll fill it. MJ Morning Show, Q105, MJ with Roxanne and Fester. Froggy back tomorrow, then Fester leaves tomorrow for the rest of the week, and you pulled your little airplane aisle seat racket.
I could not be happier with myself.
I guess so. All right. I got to grab a call here, too, because speaking of the whole Toyota deal.
Right.
And then my phone just went dead. My cell phone just went totally dead. I'm like, wait a sec. I've barely used it this morning. I think I had the charger fake out last night. You ever have charger fake out?
Oh, you plug it, but it doesn't connect?
Yes.
Yeah, charger fake out.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I've got a Google Pixel 6 Pro, and you know how the charging blocks are? It can come out of both ends. So you've got, well, that doesn't sound right, does it?
No.
The USB Type-C, you plug it into the charging block, and then the other charges in the phone. But the charging block is like on a power strip under my bed. So I guess sometimes if the Type-C comes out of the block, it's just kind of dangling under the bed.
Yep.
And you plug in the other end, and it's sitting there just sitting on your nightstand, and it's not even charging.
You have to see the little lightning bolt or the
Yeah,
little
I usually check for the lightning bolt, and I didn't check for the lightning bolt last night. All right, what line is the caller on? Because the caller's calling in about the $10,000 hairs. And I'm like, I'm almost at 10,000 followers on Instagram. So, folks, if you want to help me out, if you want to help me get to 10,000, I'm getting very close. I'm only like a couple of hundred away from hitting 10,000. Give me a follow on Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow. Let me see where I am. I'm at
9769.
I'm at 9769. So I'm what? I'm 231 away. I'm 231 followers away from 10,000. So come on, give me a follow. Get me to 10,000 right now. Certified MJ Radio. And if you're disappointed, then unfollow me. But I've got a lot of good crap on there. So I was saying maybe I'll give away like $10,000 hairs to whoever is follower number 10,000. And of course, you guys heard me say $10,000 hairs. And then Fester immediately said, hey, like Toyota? And that's exactly what I thought of. When I thought of saying, hey, I'll offer $10,000 hairs for follower number 10,000, I immediately thought of the Toyota story. But hang on a minute. Before I get to that, I don't want to make the caller hold. Lisa is in Tampa. Hey, Lisa, thanks for phoning in. You're on the MJ Morning Show. What happened to you?
Hi, MJ.
Hey.
My friends and I were on a girls' trip in Myrtle Beach, and there was a big group bus, and we went to a bar, and we asked if they had any specials. And they said, well, tonight's dollar shots. So we thought, oh, great. We went in, and we ordered a whole bunch of shots. We got the bill. It was like $500. And we said to the waitress, wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't think you had 500 $1 shots.
Well, you know what I mean. That's exactly why we were like, what is this? So I said, the guy at the door told us tonight was dollar shots. And she said, yeah, the name of the band tonight is Dollar Shots.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Really?
We were ordering shots all night.
So what happened? Were you stuck with the 500?
The manager, I think we had to pay like half of it. It was a few years ago. But the manager did something that we didn't have to pay the whole bill. But still, it was shocking.
Oh my!
Now we laugh about it. At the time, it wasn't funny.
Oh, that's hysterical! You get a $500. Yeah. You guys are probably expecting what, $50 tab?
Yeah, something like that.
And you get a $500 bill, and because the bouncer at the door told you that tonight it's dollar shots, and that's the name of the band.
Oh man!
Yes, it was Dollar Shots with a Z.
Oh, that's hysterical, Lisa. Lisa, thanks for listening. Thanks for calling.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
Dollar shots.
Well, the whole $10,000 hairs, the whole Toyota thing, and I'm just going by memory. If you want to look it up, if you want to look the story up, to the best of my recollection, it was up in the Florida Panhandle here. It was up in like Panama City or something, or somewhere up there.
Her name was Jody Berry from Panama City.
Panama City, and the manager at Hooters, they said there was going to be a big contest, and whoever had the most sales, it was whichever Hooters waitress had the most sales was going to win a brand new Toyota. And does the story say was it a beer contest or what type of contest was it?
According to the newspaper in Panama City, there's a picture of her sitting there. She's pissed. She has a scowl on her face next to the Toyota. This happened back in the early 2000s.
Yep.
She was working. It says she was promised a new Toyota for winning a beer sales contest.
There you go. It was a beer sales
April.
contest. And the manager said, all right, whoever sells the most beer in April will win a brand new Toyota.
So she thought she won the car. They blindfolded her, led her to the parking lot.
And then they take the blindfold off, and it's a Star Wars toy Yoda doll that they put in the parking lot in a parking space. It was a green freaking toy Yoda, Y-O-D-A, toy from Star Wars.
And instead of kind of laughing it off or having a laugh with all of her friends.
Oh, she was pissed.
She sues.
She sued.
They settled.
Did she end up getting a new Toyota?
I saw another news report from 2002 that they settled.
She did settle.
I don't know what that means, but I know what it means when you settle, but I don't know what you got.
I wonder what actually happened. Someone get me Bob Passwaters or Ed Rusty on the phone. Let me. What was the final disposition of this case? Yeah.
According to her attorney, he was quoted as saying that the amount of money she received would allow her to pick whatever type of Toyota she wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
good. Good for her.
Oh, man. But if they really led the staff, listen, Hooters is a fine establishment. It's a American franchise success story. Hooters, locally based. There's sort of a split between Hooters America and some of the locally owned stores. But it's a great concept. It was, brilliant idea right out of the Tampa Bay area. Store number 1 is right on Gulf to Bay in Clearwater. And, I got a lot of respect for the whole, the whole business deal and how they came up with Hooters. But, the fact that you're leading the whole staff to think that you're winning a brand new Toyota and it's a play on words and it was not a Toyota, but a Tyoyoda. That was a little cheap, but I guess she sued and they settled. So she ended up with plenty of money to buy whatever Toyota she wanted.
Everyone got a good laugh out of that.
And that's maybe not the Hooters franchisee up in Panama City.
At first they did.
Or I don't know if it was a corporate store or whatever the story was. Hey, a nice feel-good story today. A senior citizen was mowed down at a bus stop. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Feel good story, seriously. A nurse was on board a Spirit Airlines flight. Now, I got to be honest, I'm surprised that a medical professional is on a Spirit flight, but that's a whole different story. No, I'm kidding. All right, seriously, a nurse is being applauded. Why? Because she saved the life of a newborn baby on a flight to Orlando. Tamara Panzino is being hailed as a hero because, and this is amazing, Ian Cassette, who's a meteorologist at Fox 35 in Orlando, reported that 3-month-old Angeli stopped breathing and her lips went purple during a Spirit Airlines flight. And Cassette, if that's how you say his name, I guess he's a meteorologist on Fox 35 in Orlando. Cassette or Cassette? Do they have another weekend guy named 8-Track by any chance? Jerry 8-Track and Billy Cassette. I'm sorry, what's his name? What's Cassette's name?
I don't know.
Cassette, whatever it is. So this meteorologist had been seated 3 rows behind this little girl and her parents and posted a video on Twitter. And it was like a heart-wrenching incident. And the footage, the baby is seen smiling in her father's arms as the passengers erupted in cheers. So this nurse was able to resuscitate the baby who had stopped breathing on the Spirit Airlines flight.
Thank God.
That's an amazing story. They praised the positive energy of the plane and the heroic actions of Tamara for saving the baby. It was on a flight from Pittsburgh to Orlando. Baby stopped breathing. And this is from Ian Cassette. who's a weather guy over at Fox 35 in Orlando.
And so many people who are trained to do that, or medical professionals, they're willing and they jump to action, total heroes. But there are other people that are really nervous to do something like that for fear of getting sued if something goes wrong. Because that's the world we live in.
That's the Good Samaritan law. You're protected.
That was
you are now?
That was a real thing at one time.
Okay, good to know.
But now there's a law if you're actually trying to help somebody, they can't come after you.
A couple of things. Did you see? I'm not a huge college football fan. Like, all my friends are rabid. A lot of my friends, they're into college football more than the NFL.
Well, you're not Roll Tide?
Yeah, listen.
Hook 'em horns.
Yeah, guess what? My buddy Felix is all Roll Tide, all right?
Go Gators.
Yeah, Felix is maniacal. Anyone that knows Roll Tide Felix from St. Pete, you know who I'm talking about.
Roll Tide.
All right, so did you see the LSU video where the guy just walks out onto the field during a play?
No, what happened?
Oh, man, you got it. Hey, can we get the video up? We'll put the video up on videos that we mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. But it is crazy. This guy, and listen to the audio here. Guy just walks out onto the field. And you can hear people like, look. You can hear some people in the background. In the beginning of it, someone's like, look. So this guy just, middle of a play, LSU game, middle of a play, guy walks onto the field and just stands there. And then suddenly, it took like 15 seconds, a cop approaches him. Then he pulls away and watch his arm. I think he battered the cop. I think he slapped the cop's arm. So that might be battery on a law enforcement officer. Then finally, two other cops approach him. They take the guy down.
There you go.
They take him to the ground. Here comes a third and a fourth cop, and they just take him down, and they cuff him, and and the crowd cheers. The middle of a play during the LSU game on Saturday, the guy just walks out of the field. But if you look at his face, it looks like he's all on hallucinogenic mushrooms or something.
He looks like he doesn't know where he is.
Yeah,
He's tripping.
The guy's on something, but you got to see it.
So, Marwan O'Keel.
Yeah.
He's the one that walked out in the middle of the field.
And he's wearing an LSU T-shirt.
Go Tigers.
Yeah, I don't know if
he's in the right place.
I don't know if he's an enrolled student at LSU, but that might put his academic standing in jeopardy.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, we'll have the video up in just a bit on mjmorningshow.com in videos that we mentioned on the show, and Andrew's telling me it is posted right now. All right, as usual, we have tons of stuff left on the table, so if I find nothing new for tomorrow, I got a whole show already right here.
Perfect.
All right, before we get out of here, guys, think about any last things you want to say. But before we get out